What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City live watch-along. Today we're going to be doing the live watch-along of the game between Manchester City and Tottenham Hotspur in the Premier League. A little bit of pressure put onto Manchester City here with the 3 o'clock kickoffs. Liverpool have won 3-1 at Anfield against Norwich City after Norwich City took an early lead in the second half at Anfield as well. And Chelsea have managed to get themselves a late winner away at Crystal Palace, which means if Manchester City are wanting to keep things as the status quo and get their 9-point gap at the Premier League back, then it does mean that Manchester City do need to win this game. It's a team that we're not got an amazing record against recently. I would say that's particularly down to us playing Tottenham away from home. We haven't won a single game at Tottenham Hotspur's new stadium. I'm confident when we can get them at the Etihad like we have today that we can win this game. So I will be speaking about the team lineups, all the talking points for the build-up to this game. But before I do get on with that, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, you want to help to support my channel, then do subscribe. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. The aim now is 25,000 subscribers. We're now less than 800 subs away from 23k, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. We made some good gains, actually, for 2022 at this moment in time, which is absolutely brilliant. So thank you, everybody, for that. Much appreciated. Also, don't forget as well to leave a thumbs up if you do enjoy this live watch along. Once more, aiming for 100 likes. I'm confident we could get 100 likes on this live stream once more. We're already nearly a fifth of the way there. We're on 17 likes. We're just 83 likes away from that goal. So any help towards that would be much appreciated. Also, don't forget social media links. They're in the description below and also on the yellow banner too if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships, for any videos, or any general business enquiries. Also, don't forget to let me know your thoughts in the comments below if you're watching this after the game or in the live chat. I can already see we've got quite a few people in on the live chat, so much appreciated. Thank you everybody for tuning in. We've got Peaked, he's in on the chat. We've got Harry, Tom, Sharunj, I've probably butchered your name, I do apologise. Going for an easy 5-0 victory today for Manchester City. Devon matching him, but he's going for Tottenham to win this game by 5-0. Smith Soccer News, thanks very much for tuning in once more. A regular here on the JSGC channel. Got King Grealish as well. He's going for Spurs to win this game 2-1. There we go. Tom going for an optimistic 2-0 win for Manchester City. Devon, is there a roof on the stadium tonight? I can confirm that the roof is firmly on at the Etihad Stadium. Storm Eunice may have been battering the United Kingdom over the last 24 hours or so. However, in the northwest, anyway, we haven't really felt too much of the effects of Storm Eunice or Storm Dudley that we had in midweek as well. We've not been too badly affected, which is, well, it's unusual. We're normally one of the first to go and get the storm, so it is unusual. We've had a fair bit of snow, which has seen a couple of games postponed today, and a few games were cast into doubt but managed to go ahead. Thankfully, no snow, it seems, on the pitch at the Etihad, which is fantastic news. So it looks like we've got a good playing surface ready to go, but it is February. It's to be expected for there to be a few wintry showers and for there to be some sleet and snow and cold, frosty weather about. It does happen. Basically, Rogue, thanks for tuning in as well. Do I support Manchester City? Well, I think the title of my channel kind of gives that one away, if I'm completely honest. But there we go. The creator going for a 3-0 victory today to Manchester City. So thank you everybody for tuning in. Do let me know your score predictions in the live chat, and do let me know where you are tuning in from as well. Before I crack on with having a look at the teams though, I do want to take just a moment to give a shout out to today's video sponsor for this live stream. It's brought to you by Surfshark. Surfshark is a VPN. It's a virtual private network. It keeps all of your information safe if you're wanting to browse. It's particularly useful if you're using a lot of public Wi-Fi. It means that your data doesn't get shared about. It's good if you're abroad as well and you're wanting to watch any TV based in your own country. So, for example, if I was on holiday in Spain and I wanted to go and watch Peaky Blinders, for example, next Sunday on BBC iPlayer, then I can just use Surfshark VPN to go and do that, and I can watch... well, I can change my location and I can watch BBC iPlayer and watch Peaky Blinders at will. You can use that for any example. I mean, you can, right now, if I wanted to, I can change my location to the United States, log into Netflix and watch Netflix from the United States. So it's fantastic for all that stuff. If you're wanting to go and check out Surfshark VPN, I do have all of the details to that, then you can just find that in the description below. I'm also going to paste it into the chat for you guys. If you want to go and download that, that would be much appreciated. Anybody that has downloaded Surfshark through my link is helping to support the future content created here on my channel. I'm going to roll my promo video for you guys right now. Today's video is brought to you by Surfshark. If you didn't know, Surfshark is a VPN. A VPN is a virtual private network. In a sea of video content, there are lots of websites that want to take your information without you knowing. You could swim under the radar using Surfshark VPN. You could stop websites from tracking your information and selling targeted ads to you. If that wasn't enough, Surfshark allows you to travel the world with one click of your finger. For example, if you're in the UK, you can connect to the United States of America and access their market on apps such as Disney Plus and Netflix. The same applies to other countries too. Surfshark allows you to easily access and unblock streaming platforms that allows you into content libraries from all around the world. All you need to do is pick a server, connect, and then you're good to go. Surfshark is great when you are traveling, if you're on holiday or on a business trip and you wanted to connect into your country, make use of some home comforts, then Surfshark allows you to do this. No more will I miss a football game whilst I'm on my travels. So if you want more protection and freedom online, click the link in my description, which not only gives you a mesmerizing 83% off, but also 3 months of service, which is completely free. Surfshark offers a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there are no risks. Go and surf with your own rules. The link is in my description. So thank you very much there to Surfshark for sponsoring this live watch along. Like I said, if you want to go and check that out, then all the details are in the description or in the live chat. Go and get yourself 83% off and 3 months free. What a great deal. So thank you very much to them for sponsoring this live watch along. So let's speak then about the team. Let's have a look at what direction this game may go in. There's been a couple of surprising calls. Well, I'd say one apiece, really, from either side. So, Hugo Lloris, he starts in goal for Tottenham Hotspur. It's Romero, Dyer and Davis that starts as a back three for Tottenham. It's going to be Emerson starting as right wing-back and Ryan Sessegnon as their left wing-back. It's Hojbjerg and Bentancur starting as their two central midfielders. It's Kulusevski on the right-hand side, Heung-min Son on the left-hand side, and Harry Kane going through the middle for Tottenham Hotspur today. Couple of surprising calls. Firstly, Matt Doherty not starting, surprises me, with them going with Emerson instead. Harry Winks not starting as well, he's on the bench, with Hojbjerg who's starting is another surprising call there. I think Davinson Sanchez not starting, and starting Eric Dyer instead is a very interesting call there from Antonio Conte. And also Lucas Moura or Steven Bergwijn, both left on the bench while Kulusevski starts for Tottenham. They are big, big calls. I'd have gone with Lucas Moura having a run at Man City's high line rather than having Kulusevski. So he's going to have a very big, very important game for Tottenham Hotspur. But of course, danger men, Harry Kane, he knows where the back of the net is. Isn't in great form this season, albeit still a danger man, though. We know his quality. And Heung-min Son, what a player he is. He's a man that Manchester City are going to have to limit space incredibly well because he's one of them individually great players. He's incredibly talented. He's a player that's capable of getting a goal on his own. He's a player that's capable of just turning the game by the scruff of the neck with just that little bit of individual quality. That is what Heung-min Son offers. And to me, he's a danger man that needs to be dealt with today by Manchester City. I do apologise if I sound gross. I feel gross. I need to blow my nose. It's annoying me with how I sound, so I apologise. There we go. Oh! It's not COVID, by the way. It's some kind of lurgy. I will add, I did have COVID, last month? And I would say this has made me feel worse. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, Manchester City. We start today. Ederson in goal. Kyle Walker returns to the lineup in place of John Stones. He starts at right back. Joao Cancelo at left back. Ruben Dias and Aymeric Laporte start as City's two centre-backs. Predicted that. City lining up with a midfield three. Now, One Football have got this as Rodri as Manchester City's holding midfielder. Further ahead of him, Ilkay Gundogan in what I'd presume would be the double pivot role, with Kevin De Bruyne further ahead of him. I'm not too sure that's what City will do. I think it'll be Rodri holding midfielder, Gundogan doing the double pivot, and Bernardo Silva further ahead of him. I think it'll be Sterling on the right-hand side, Foden on the left-hand side, and Kevin De Bruyne playing as that false nine for Manchester City today. I wouldn't be surprised to see De Bruyne start on the right wing for City today, Sterling on the left wing, and Foden going through the middle, with Bernardo Silva playing as City's highest attacking midfielder. So yeah, that's what I'm anticipating here from Manchester City. But the obvious, very big call from Manchester City is Riyad Mahrez. He's in great form. And if City get a penalty, I'm quite concerned that we're going to miss the penalty because our penalty taker, Riyad Mahrez, he's on the bench. I would have started Riyad Mahrez, considering we're not playing for a week. We didn't need to rotate. We seem to have rotated Mahrez, and obviously Stones is out, and Kyle Walker back in is of no surprise there. So I'm not too sure. Maybe Pep's been preparing the team for something. Maybe he's seen something. We'll have to see what happens on that right wing and left wing for Manchester City. Maybe he's going to try and go a little bit narrower with Tottenham stretching that pitch with them having wing-backs. Perhaps City are going to ask for the 2 attacking wingers to be more inverted wingers to play with the false 9 for Manchester City. If that's the case, then like I said, it could well be Kevin De Bruyne going on the right-hand side and potentially Raheem Sterling on the left-hand side, with Foden going through the middle, where the organ occupiers are front three rather than going to the touchline and trying to stretch the pitch. It might work the opposite way, and City are looking to try and stretch the pitch and challenge these wing-backs of Tottenham Hotspur. We'll have to wait and see. What I find interesting, though, Ryan Sessegnon starts and Emerson on the right-hand side. They're going to have the hands full today with, and they're very important to try and stop Manchester City. In particular, Walker's overlaps, Joao Cancelo's quality on the ball, and like I said, De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, Phil Foden, Raheem Sterling. Tottenham need to find a way of stopping these players. And whilst on paper, it's a brilliant team which lacks a striker, actually, this City team are playing immense football. Football, in my opinion, we're playing as well as what we were when we hit the 100-point season. Or the season where Manchester City ended up hitting 98 points and beating Liverpool to the Premier League title. To me, the City team is playing just as well. And they seem to be, touch wood, we seem to be doing all right in Europe as well, which is where the progression that City will be looking for. But as I said just at the start of this stream, City now 6 points clear of Liverpool. We've played the same games as Liverpool. We've got a game coming up against Liverpool in March. That is a huge... Is it in March or is it in April? Let me just have a look when that is. But it is coming up pretty soon. And so what City need to be careful of is these big games that we've got coming up. We're winning these games. If we can do that, then we put ourselves into a really strong position to retain the Premier League title. Lots of people have been saying it's a foregone conclusion. There's a big points tally at the top, and they're just expecting Man City to completely blitz away with the Premier League. And what I'm saying is, whilst it'd be nice for City to go and do that, we still need to go and do that. And we've still got very challenging fixtures coming up, and today is just the start of them. Tottenham Hotspur at home is not an easy game. It's followed up next weekend with a difficult away game in Merseyside against Everton, an Everton team that, quite frankly, need to be doing a lot better. We've got an FA Cup game then against Peterborough before we have a big Manchester derby at home on March 6th. We follow that up with a game on the 9th against Sporting CP, which we can do a full rotation considering we've won 5-0 away from home. We've then got a game on Monday night against Crystal Palace on the 14th of March. Another difficult away game. And we wrap things up before the international break with a home game against Brighton and Hove Albion, which will be postponed should Manchester City progress against Peterborough in the FA Cup, as that will be the FA Cup quarter-final dates. Then we head into the international break, and as soon as we come back from that, we've got big games coming up again. Matches against Burnley away from home. It's going to be difficult. And then a match against Liverpool at home. So we've got these big games coming up here. So it's important that City just continue to do what they've been doing, which is winning their games, playing good football, and just treating it a game at a time and just moving on. What we don't want to do is start looking over our shoulders thinking, or trying to protect our lead. What we just need to do is we've got the momentum, keep that momentum going. Which is why I'm surprised Mahrez hasn't been called upon in this game. Why make the changes? He's been brilliant for Manchester City. He didn't need to be changed, but I'm not Pep Guardiola. There we go. We'll see. Everton away, a difficult game. It is a difficult game. They're a team that struggle. There's no such thing as an easy Premier League game. Just because Everton aren't doing as well as what Everton would be hoping for, it's still a performance where if City are not on it on that day, City can be punished. So City need to be on it, is the point that I'm trying to make. Not an easy run-in for City to the end of the season. Not easy at all. The more straightforward games, bar one or two which we've got at home, seem to be away from home. And we're getting to a point in the season where teams are scrapping for points and they need points. So it's going to make things so difficult. So difficult. Score prediction then. I'm going to go for 3-1 today to Manchester City. Is my score prediction. So let me know your score prediction in the live chat. I'm going for 3-1 though today to Manchester City. Excuse me, like I said, not feeling the best, if I'm honest, today. Well, I'm feeling better than yesterday. I was flat out yesterday. Managed to, when did I get my video? And it was Thursday night to get scheduled for Friday, and I spent most of yesterday asleep. And I felt pretty rough this morning, actually, but managed to force myself to get up, feel a little bit better, and so here we are with the live stream. And at the moment, excited to go for this game. So Seamus going for 2-1 today to Manchester City. Weimer going for 2-0 today to Manchester City. I like that. By the way, guys, anyone that's watching, particularly for my regulars, I know who my regulars are. If you're interested in becoming a moderator for my live chat, which I am interested in having some more moderators, just let me know that you're interested and I'll make you a moderator. That's directed to the regulars on here. I know who the regulars are, so anyone that's interested, just let me know and I'll see what I can do. Dad, thanks very much for tuning in. Speaking of moderators, he's in there helping to regulate the chat. Yo, hope you're well. Going for 3-1 to Manchester City, and thanks very much, Get Well Son. I'm hoping it's going to be a quick passing one, and hopefully I'll be feeling better. Well, I hope by tomorrow is what I'm hoping for, and we'll be good to go for the start of the week. Jack going for a 2-0 win for Manchester City today. I like that. Tuning in from Wales. Welcome, Wales. Dad going for 3-0 to Manchester City rather than 3-1. I'm going for 3-1. I can see Son-Heung Min getting a goal for Spurs today. Mixed, good evening. Thanks very much for tuning in. Helping to moderate the chat as well. Like I said, rules, keep things clean. No spamming and no ruining it for everybody else. That's pretty much the only rules that there is, really. Mixed going for 1-0 to Manchester City. I'm hoping not for 1-0. That's, yeah, bit too close for comfort for my liking, but excuse me, I'll take any win as long as it's 3 points. Liverpool and Chelsea have won. We need to match them. Simple as that. Robert Robinson going for 2-1 today to Manchester City. Tom wants to be one. There we go. Moderator done. Thanks very much. So, guys, we're up to 30 likes, just 70 likes away from 100 likes, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Also, don't forget as well to subscribe if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Let me know your thoughts in the live chat with your score and team, your score prediction, and where you're tuning in from. Also, don't forget as well, social media links, they're in the description below and on the yellow banner too if you want to go and hit me up. If you want to go and follow me on my social media and hit me up for any sponsorship, for any videos or any general business inquiries, then my email's in the description and also on the yellow banner. And I am going to roll my promo video for today's video sponsor, Surfshark, one more time for you guys before we have kick-off. Today's video is brought to you by Surfshark. If you didn't know, Surfshark is a VPN. A VPN is a virtual private network. In a sea of video content, there are lots of websites that want to take your information without you knowing. You could swim under the radar using Surfshark VPN. You could stop websites from tracking your information and selling targeted ads to you. If that wasn't enough, Surfshark allows you to travel the world with one click of your finger. For example, if you're in the UK, you can connect to the United States of America and access their market on apps such as Disney Plus and Netflix. The same applies to other countries too. Surfshark allows you to easily access and unblock streaming platforms that allows you into content libraries from all around the world. All you need to do is pick a server, connect, and then you're good to go. Surfshark is great when you are traveling, if you're on holiday or on a business trip and you wanted to connect into your country, make use of some home comforts, then Surfshark allows you to do this. No more will I miss a football game whilst I'm on my travels. So if you want more protection and freedom online, click the link in my description, which not only gives you a mesmerizing 83% off, but also 3 months of service, which is completely free. Surfshark offers a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there are no risks. Go and surf with your own rules. The link is in my description. thanks very much there to Surfshark for sponsoring this video. If you want to go and check that out, and like I said, details there all in the description and also in the live chat. I'm receiving sound. Everything's showing sound up on my end. With mic portal and everything's all showing, the lights and everything are all on, and everything's shown as all being good my end mixed. So I think that might be something your end rather than mine. Anyway, teams, they're coming out now. You know what? Them white jackets the City players have got on. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad at all. So, players are out, ready and waiting here for kick-off for this game between Manchester City and Tottenham Hotspur in the Premier League. Fabulous mixes, all good. Can hear me now. You can hear me now. I like the sound of that. So, City today, if you're wondering, we're starting with Ederson in goal. It's Walker right back, Cancelo left back, going with a front, centre-back pairing of Ruben Dias and Aymeric Laporte. It's Rodri starting alongside Ilkay Gundogan, and I'm expecting to be Bernardo Silva. Kevin De Bruyne, I suspect, maybe playing as false 9, Sterling on the right-hand side and Foden on the left-hand side for Manchester City today. Seamus, fabulous. Sound all good with you as well. Good to hear. Just saw an advert for the Amir Khan Kelbrook fight taking place in Manchester today. And a very interesting note, a supporter and fan of the JSGC channel, his name's Brad Rhea, keep an eye out for him. He's fighting on the undercard of that, which is on pay-per-view, which I would love to watch if this Spurs game wasn't going on, to be able to show my support. So I'm sending all of my good luck wishes there to Brad. He's undefeated. He's been grafting hard. I see it all over his social media. Wishing him the very best of luck on his undercard fight. What a great opportunity for him. And in his hometown as well. Hope he goes and grabs that with both hands and shows everybody and shows the world just what he is capable of doing. Abid Chow, thanks very much for tuning in. Tuning in from India. We've got India in on the room. Much appreciated. I'm a child. I've been better, I'm honest. I'm good. Just full of a cold. A proper head cold as well. One that tires you out. One that makes you just feel rough. Really rough. But there we go. I just thought in my background, just over my left-hand shoulder where I've got my Star Wars lightsaber lava lamp, which I know some people have been commenting that the fact that it's red, but it's the dark side. I like that. That's why I went for that. Anyway, yeah, I've just got a little gap there, which I'm just waiting for the World Cup this year for their ball to be released so I can get hold of that, as that will be going in the corner along with the sticker book, which I'll complete when that comes out as well, because I'm sad. My prediction today, Abachal, I'm going for a 3-1 victory today for Manchester City. What are you going for? So, players are lined up, ready for kickoff here for this game between Manchester City and Tottenham Hotspur as the players take the knee. Ready for kickoff here. It's Tottenham Hotspur that's going to get us underway, attacking from right to left, playing in their white shirts with navy dark blue shorts and socks. Manchester City playing in all sky blue today, including sky blues shorts and socks, and City attacking from left to right, as it was Harry Kane that's got us underway for the start of this game. I'm very disappointed that we've not already taken the lead after 20 seconds. I remember City taking the lead against Spurs. It was Jesus Navas. I can't remember the year when we played against Tottenham, when Jesus Navas gave City the lead. After, I think it was 15 seconds with that. Was it a cross-come shot? Was it like a deflection? I can't remember. It was an unusual start to the game. It was weird. Anyway, Weber's a fan of the Star Wars there. I will on my vlog channel at some point take you around an updated house tour that I've got on my channel. We've shown you the stuff that I've got. The only problem I've got, I'll probably leave this room out of it, as I'll do that as its own separate video, but I'm not entirely happy with the setup. I mean, I've got a big blank space here where I want to put some stuff on and everything, so probably won't do that until I've got my background all sorted, but we've got the initial background sorted for you guys at this moment in time as the offside flag's up against Tottenham Hotspur. We're now a minute and a half into this game. No opportunities, nothing to report on as of yet. As it's Aymeric Laporte with the ball here for Manchester City, as Tottenham choosing not to put on an initial press here. So here is Aymeric Laporte then for Manchester City. Gives it to the left-hand side. It's Joao Cancelo now into the Tottenham half. Bernardo Silva with the ball. He's going to get squeezed off it. And Tottenham are going to come away with the ball at the back. Eric Dier gives it to Ederson. And Spurs want a free kick. Referee says get up, and it's out of play for a throw into Manchester City as Ilkay Gundogan is the man captain in Manchester City today. So it looks like it's Phil Foden on the left-hand side. Ilkay Gundogan's playing as Manchester City's false 9 at the moment. Although he's getting the support from Kevin De Bruyne there as well. And Raheem Sterling on the right-hand side. Here is Joao Cancelo then for Manchester City. To Kyle Walker. He gives it to Kevin De Bruyne. He went to put a ball and it was blocked by Heung Min Son. He's got the ball again, De Bruyne. Not going to attempt to put a ball into the box. It's now forward Tottenham man Kyle Walker with the ball. Gives it to Aymeric Laporte. City advancing forward. Tottenham choosing to sit deep here. Here is Cancelo with an opportunity to put a cross in. It's deep and it's over everybody and out of play for a goal kick after 3.5 minutes here. It's Manchester City 0, Tottenham Hotspur 0. And Heung Min Son's away here for Tottenham. 1-on-1. Squares it round. And it's not Harry Kane. It's Kulusevski that's given Tottenham Hotspur the lead here at the Etihad Stadium. And City are behind after 4 minutes. It's a disastrous start. It's an absolute disastrous start from Manchester City here. Opened up through one pass. What on earth happened there from City? And Heung Min Son's perfectly onside. And it's 1-0 Tottenham. City's shell-shocked. It's Kulusevski that's given Spurs the lead. Oh dear. Evening Dale, thanks for tuning in. It is terrible defending from Manchester City. And it's right through the legs of Joao Cancelo. City want the offside flag. It never comes. Very unselfish that from Heung Min Son. A good pass. Because we have Lego Star Wars out in April. Nice. And yeah, goal given. And the goal stands. And it's Kulusevski. His first goal. They were the right not to start Lucas Moura. And City now have work to do. The problem we've got, Heung Min Son's got so much quality about him. Why he's allowed so much space. Why Ruben Dias has stepped forward. Where was Kyle Walker? What was City doing there? So much space. Just passed a beautiful pass into space. I don't know who played the pass into Heung Min Son, but it was a brilliant pass. And I said in my preview to this game that if Tottenham want anything from this game, they need to score, and they needed to score first, and they have, as that'll be a corner to Manchester City. Evening, Dale. I can't remember if I said evening to you. Thanks for tuning in. City behind here. Son's an incredible player. I said it in the summer when I said City were chasing after Harry Kane. I said there's a man from Tottenham that I'd like us to sign, and the man wasn't Harry Kane that I'd like us to have signed. There's a bit of pushing and shoving going on in the penalty area as a corner comes in from City. No real accuracy in it, and that ball's going to be given away. And Tottenham can come away here if they can get the pass right. As Cancelo just pushes Hojbjerg in the back. I don't think he's got a free kick for it. No, and City can have the throw-in instead. Here is Kyle Walker then for City. They need a response. And they need a response quickly. Here's Foden having to drop deep to get the ball as Tottenham now putting the squeeze and pressure onto City. Here's Gundogan to Ruben Dias. Kyle Walker's a bit too square for my liking as De Bruyne puts a really good ball into the penalty area. It's flicked up by Foden and straight into the arms of Hugo Lloris in goal. Tom perfectly right there. We do have time on our side. Is the upside. I think there's a couple of things City need to be careful of. The first is obviously not going 2-0 down. Need to be careful of that. And also need to, quite frankly, just we're very sloppy in control of the ball. We seem to be, once Tottenham are in possession of the football, panicking. It's almost like, I mean, I know Tottenham are a good side, underachieving this season, in my opinion, but it's almost like we're putting them in the same pedigree as Liverpool, where if we lost the ball against Liverpool, you're going to have to work hard to retrieve the ball back, whereas City should just be looking to try, if they lose the ball, to hold the position. Because Tottenham aren't Liverpool. They're nowhere near as relentless with their pressing and their manipulation of the attack. And like I said, it's all about limiting the space. Where's the danger? Heung Min Son. Where does that goal come from? The work of Heung Min Son. And you've got to be on it from the whistle going to the final whistle going. And we haven't. We've given the ball away again here from City. It's so poor. Here's goal scorer Kulusevski. Whatever this isn't working from City at the moment. As Hugo Lloris goes long, Kyle Walker can win the header. Raheem Sterling can wrap his foot around it. And Rodri now has got the ball for City. And that should be a free kick to City, and it is. Spurs' defensive line. I don't think Spurs are an amazing team. Like I said, they've got bits of individual quality in attack. Look elsewhere in the team, and I think they lack quality. You want to keep Tottenham quiet, just keep their attack quiet. And play a patient game. I did say all this in my preview. City are just City. We don't change. And because we don't change, every now and then we get stung for it. It works 9 times out of 10. There's always going to be a 1 out of 10. Southampton at home, 0-0. Crystal Palace at home. I'm getting similar vibes first 10 minutes here at Tottenham at home. We need to turn it round. As Hugo Lloris is captain for Tottenham today, as Tottenham are now starting to take their time. Feel like they're in control of the game. There's a long ball forward poor. Straight into Ruben Dias, and they'll give it to Ederson. So here is Kyle Walker then, bringing the ball forward for Manchester City. Has he got many options around? I mean, there's no real movement from City at the moment. The long ball comes forward, it's poor, and it's just straight into the arms of Hugo Lloris. Avila, thanks very much for tuning in, watching from South Africa. Not able to watch the game as he's at work. Hope you're enjoying your Saturday at work. I'm glad that you are able to tune in and keep up to date with the match. Not going too well for Manchester City at the moment. Hopefully we can get that sorted. I mean, City normally so good in the first phase of the game, the first 10-15 minutes, but not really any of that on show for City at the moment. Here's Ruben Dias then for City. Kyle Walker. Foden goes down under a push. Wants a free kick. Referee's not giving it. They're just doing a kick and chase game, Tottenham. That's what City need to be careful of. This time smothered out by Aymeric Laporte rather than stepping forward and allowing Kulusevski to get ahead of him. That's such a poor pass from City. Just giving away, and now Ederson's got the ball. Right wing back for Tottenham today. Matt Doherty on the bench. Eric Dyer gives it to Ben Davis. Heung-Min Son now does so well. Finds Harry Kane. He switches play really well. This is where City need to be careful once more. Emerson now crosses it to the back post and can't hook it back across goal there. Sessegnon, I think it was, that was bombing forward there for Tottenham. Once again, though, the counter-attack, that's where the threat is. Right, guys, 61 likes away from 100 likes. So any help towards that would be much appreciated. Subscribe as well if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. And do go and check out today's video sponsor, which is Surfshark. All details there in the description and also in the live chat if you want to go and buy Surfshark. That would be much appreciated. Here is Joao Cancelo then for City. It's been a very flat first 15 minutes, and because of that, Tottenham Hotspur have punished City and lead here. Here's Laporte. Gives the ball to Joao Cancelo. Can't sort his feet out. Gets a good pass into the channel over Gundogan, and he tries to square it across, and instead, via a block, gets a corner here for Manchester City. Avila, you make a very good point there. It's important City don't panic. Remain calm. There's plenty of time. We're not even 15 minutes into the game yet. City do what City do, which is their aim is always to score 2 or 3 goals, and that ambition hasn't changed. As the corner comes in, it isn't very good. It ricochets, and a shot comes in from Cancelo, well blocked by Spurs. De Bruyne tries another cross. City want a handball, and it's ricocheted, and City now are insistent on a handball. They're asking the referee, and referee hasn't given a penalty. He's given a goal kick to Tottenham. You get a replay of the goal. It's Harry Kane with the pass. It was a brilliant pass from Harry Kane to set Heung-Min Son away. So smart, and City just fell asleep. City just fell asleep. Anyway, it isn't handball as play continues here at the Etihad with Ruben Dias now with the ball for City. As we're now 58 likes away from 100 likes. Here is Laporte now. Gives it to Joao Cancelo. Laporte to Cancelo. De Bruyne can't get his pass through. Gundogan, though, is there to get the ball. Rodri has it stolen away from him. City need to be smarter and crisper with the passing. Although it's a good interception there from Rodri. Laporte under pressure there from Harry Kane does well to keep hold of the ball. Not the greatest of passes, but Bernardo Silva's got enough about him to get control of the ball and finds a pass to Raz. Sterling then on the right-hand side gives the ball to Kyle Walker. Rodri in the centre. Pings it across to the left-hand side. Joao Cancelo now with the ball. He's got Kulusevski for support. For company there, sorry. Gundogan centralises it to Kyle Walker. He gives it to Sterling on the right-hand side. And Sessegnon does well. Gets his foot in, and City will get themselves a throw-in. Just outside the Tottenham Hotspur penalty area. Better from City. Putting on the pressure to Spurs. See what they can do. Good show and test of character this for City. As Joao Cancelo gets into a strong position. Weaving through. Oh, it's a great attempt from Cancelo. Great feet. Step over one, step over two, onto his right foot. And Hugo Lloris rooted to the spot, and it's just wide from Cancelo. So unlucky. So unlucky that from Joao Cancelo. My only surprise is Cancelo doesn't get his shot on target there. I'd fancy Cancelo just inside the penalty area onto his right foot, whipping that into the top corner. Rodri's given the ball away. He seems to have given the ball away a fair bit in this game so far. Rodri hasn't seemed like he's up to pace with the game yet. As Tottenham can come away with the ball now. Here is Sessegnon on the Tottenham Hotspur left-hand side. Kane having to drop deep. Switches play so well. And Emerson picks up the ball into the penalty area. Squares it across. Headed clear by Laporte. And probably been better having an attempt on goal there. Since he seemed to have had all the numbers sorted. From a defensive point of view. Probably been better having an attempt. But anyway, Tottenham still have hold of the ball. Romero now gives it to Kulusevski, the goal scorer for Tottenham today. 17.5 minutes in here at the Etihad. It's Manchester City 0, Tottenham Hotspur 1. Here is Ben Davies then, bringing the ball forward for Spurs. Gives it to Ryan Sessegnon inside the Manchester City half on the left-hand side. Disguises the pass well to the touchline for Heung Min Son to pick up the ball. He's got Ruben Dias for company. Gives it back to Sessegnon. There's an opportunity here for Sessegnon to maybe put something into the box. He chooses to pass it instead. Here is Ben Davies now to Heung Min Son once more. Not really got too many options, and City are going to press here and get that ball back. Bernardo Silva it was with a combination of him and Rodri getting the ball back. That's good work from City. Better. Ilkay Gundogan now drops a shoulder. City can come away with the ball, bursting into the Tottenham Hotspur half now. Here is Ilkay Gundogan to Kevin De Bruyne having to drop deep. Raheem Sterling's gone to the left-hand side momentarily, as Phil Foden's gone to the right-hand side. Here is Cancelo to De Bruyne. Cancelo. Sterling finds a good pass into Cancelo, and it's a good save from Hugo Lloris as the offside flag goes up now against, I think, Cancelo from the initial pass from Raheem Sterling there. So it wouldn't have counted had City scored then. If it had gone into the back of the net, VAR, of course, would have had a look at it. And he's perfectly onside, so it would have counted that for City. So it was a very good save that from Hugo Lloris. Does so well rushing out, doesn't open his body up, keeps it nice and tight. Cancelo's trying to poke that under him, and he has the gaps covered, and it's a good save from Hugo Lloris. Quality goalkeeper, come to expect no less from the French international, of course. World Cup winner as well. You don't win World Cups for no reason. Poor pass from Spurs, out of play for a throw into City. Perhaps Spurs are starting to feel the impact of a bit of pressure being put on from City. Starting to get a couple of shots, a couple of opportunities. Albeit both have fallen via Manchester City's left-back for today, Joao Cancelo. I'm wondering, is he going to permanently become Manchester City's left-back? Here is Kyle Walker. To Ruben Dias now. Here's Laporte. Oh, he does so well. Gives it to Joao Cancelo now. Here is Sterling bursting into the penalty area. Gundogan trying to twist and turn. Can he sort his feet out? He gets shot in and it's off the outside of the post and wide. Best opportunity of the game for City so far. 20 minutes in. It's Ilkay Gundogan with a shot this time. And it's off the outside of the post. And Tottenham Hotspur survive. That's desperately unlucky, that from Manchester City. Desperately unlucky. And City now continuing their press. As I've just read on my phone that Reading have sacked their manager. Even though they've won against my brother's team, Preston North End, today. Here is Raheem Sterling. De Bruyne tries to get in towards Kyle Walker. He's insistent that there's been a touch and he wants a corner, and I think he's got one. Cross comes in from City. Gundogan. And a great shot comes in and it's just wide from Cancelo. City are knocking on the door here. We've not been clinical enough. That's desperately unlucky from Cancelo once what he could have had a hat-trick. And it is outside of the foot. Too much spin on it. And out of play for a goal kick. Spurs are messing about with it at the back, so Lloris just hacks it clear. Gundogan wins the header. And City will have the ball through Cancelo. As we're now 57 likes away from 100 likes, so any help towards that, ladies and gentlemen, would be much appreciated. Subscribe as well if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. And do go and check out today's video sponsor, Surfshark. All details there in the description and also in the live chat. Sterling's taking a heavy touch. And he's going to be dispossessed. And Rodri does well. And Tottenham do well. And Son's away. Again. He's got Kyle Walker for company this time. This time we have got Kyle Walker back, and Son-Heung Min isn't quicker than Kyle Walker, so he's going to be forced backwards. There's the danger. As Kane makes a run. Ball comes over the top. Walker wins the header. Laporte needs to be strong here, and is. Good bit of defending that from Aymeric Laporte, and Rodri will buy a free kick there for City under pressure from Harry Kane. And Son was perfectly onside then again, with Dias stepping back, keeping him onside. It was a good job we had Walker, that was the man that was coming to come and help City, and Son just couldn't sort out his feet to get it sorted, as De Bruyne can't get a good pass. Weren't a great pass from Cancelo, but he couldn't control it. And City give the ball away, and Spurs can come away with the ball. And Walker does well, gets an interception in for City. Here's Gundogan, gives it to Sterling now. Have a run. De Bruyne is overlapping. And Foden gets a shot in and it's blocked. And comes out to Cancelo now. Here's Gundogan. Spurs defence a bit all over the place. De Bruyne now puts a cross in and Hugo Lloris can collect that. In the end, with no flick on from Foden there. As Lloris had to wait to see if there was going to be a touch before collecting that with... I mean, it's on the bounce. It's not the easiest collection for Hugo Lloris there from that cross from Kevin De Bruyne. Right idea from De Bruyne. Very close to being a pinpoint accurate cross that as well to an advancing Phil Foden. He's got great vision though, hasn't he? Kevin De Bruyne, he's wonderful. That's a great pass from Spurs, and Emerson now can come forward for Spurs. It's two players on one side. This time he has a shot and it's just over the crossbar. 25 minutes in here, Manchester City 0, Tottenham Hotspur 1. Game's starting to really liven up and open up at the moment. It weren't a bad effort. As I was saying before with Emerson, he chose not to have a shot and he went for the cross, and City had a good defensive line there. It'd have been better having the shot. This time he does go for the shot, and he wasn't a million miles away. A couple of yards over the crossbar. I think Ederson had it covered anyway, but the right idea from a Tottenham Hotspur point of view is Kyle Walker to Kevin De Bruyne. Walker to Sterling. Not working this for City at the moment. Here's Kyle Walker now. To Gundogan can't get his feet sorted, and Spurs will come away with the ball. Dyer gives it to Kane, and Spurs have done well. And a long ball played forward to Son-Heung Min once more. He's got a foot race with Kyle Walker again, and he's not going to beat him. And Kyle Walker takes the ball off him. It's almost like Kyle Walker relishes the challenge of having a foot race with Son-Heung Min. Potentially, I can see Son-Heung Min being utilised on the other side. So he's not going up against Walker. Anyway, Cancelo. Will Conte change it to that? That's the question. Ruben Dias now for Manchester City, as we're more than halfway through the first half here. City 0, Tottenham 1. Kulusevski it was with a tap-in on 4 minutes that's given Tottenham the lead from a breakaway, from a good pass from Harry Kane into Son-Heung Min's son. City have come close, they've hit the post. Had a couple of good saves from Hugo Lloris, and Joao Cancelo went close with a sliced effort. As Hojbjerg's gone down with a little injury, untying his lace. We'll have to wait and see if this is time wasted. Is he just untying his lace to tie his lace again? If that is the case, then that's definite time wasting. Try and give the Tottenham team a little bit of a breather. I don't see any physios coming on. Yeah, the physio's been told to go and sit down, so not injured. Time wasting! There's a club that's been pulled. I can't remember who it was. Between the 60th and 69th minute, they've had a player go down injured, I think, 24 times out of 47 between them minutes. And it's not against the rules to do that. But yeah, just giving the players midway through the second half a little breather. And I fancy maybe that's what Hojbjerg's doing there for Tottenham. Backs against the wall. They've got the lead. It's going well for them. So give the team a little bit of a breather. Go down. Fake an injury. Don't need a physio on. Have a minute's rest. Regroup. And have enough energy now to get through to half-time. Near enough, with half-time being 17 minutes away. Here's Rodri. Like I said, it's not against the rules. It is unsportsmanlike, but it's not against the rules. Foden. That's great feet from Foden into the penalty area. Can he get it across? You bet he can. Sterling can get it under control, and Cancelo can't sort his feet out, and he's managed to get hold of the ball again. That's good defending from Romero. And that's a throw-in for Tottenham. City fans getting on the Tottenham back, and the referee's back. Feel like there's time wasting going on as Eric Dyer just hooks it clear. Picked off by City, so City have possession once more in the Tottenham half. Here is Ruben Dias now to Phil Foden. Here's Aymeric Laporte. Ruben Dias pings this out and headed out of play by Kulusevski, and City can have themselves a throw-in as we're now half an hour through this game. Manchester City 0, Tottenham Hotspur 1. Here's Dias now to De Bruyne. Gets it through the legs of Son. Can't find the pass though, as De Bruyne picks the ball up once more for City now. Gives it to Bernardo. Bernardo not really been involved in the game so far. Had a very good game midweek. As Rodri puts across it, and Gundogan manages to get his back heel onto it. That'd have been an outrageous finish. Had Gundogan managed to stir it in from there with his back heel, and it's harmlessly wide. And it'll count as another attempt by Manchester City, this time not on target. And harmlessly wide, which is all that'll matter to Hugo Lloris right now. Tottenham just look like they're going to make a mistake at the back when being pressed by City. And I fancy if they do make a mistake, it's going to be pretty devastating, as Raheem Sterling has a free kick given against him. Which is a bit weak. City fans not happy about it. City with 8 shots at the moment, none on target. That's a bit harsh, none on target. The goalkeeper's already made a couple of saves. It looked like it was on target. There we go. As Ederson slices his clearance out of play for a throw into Spurs, as they're looking to put the pressure on to put the squeeze onto City. Tottenham happy to have a little bit of possession. As I think a foul throw has been given against Spurs, so forget the bit of possession. It'll be a throw into Manchester City, which Kyle Walker's going to take. Here is Joao Cancelo now. Can't get anything of quality into the box there, and Hugo Lloris will pick that up. Well, this has been frustrating so far. I thought the referee might have given a free kick there, but he doesn't. For a shove on Sessegnon. As he gives the ball away and says he can come away with it. Like I said, I'm surprised he didn't give a free kick, as Laporte nearly showed too much of that to Bentancur. Here is Walker. Gives it to Aymeric Laporte now. Here is Cancelo. Everything's coming down this left side for City at the moment. Why Bernardo Silva's not really been involved that much. Sterling goes for a cross this time, and it's spilled, and Gundogan equalises for Manchester City. That's what we like. That's what we like, ladies and gentlemen. And it's Ilkay Gundogan that equalises for Manchester City here. We needed that response. It's been a very frustrating first 33 minutes here, but we just get that bit of luck. The ball spills out from that crossing from Raheem Sterling. It was towards Kevin De Bruyne. It spilled out by Lloris. Maybe the weather conditions didn't help there. Certainly De Bruyne did enough there to put Hugo Lloris off. And it's just put into the back of the net by Ilkay Gundogan to make it Manchester City 1, Tottenham Hotspur 1. Get in. And that's what City, I think, have been looking for when they've been putting balls into the box. Ilkay Gundogan's 5th goal of the season. Oh. There's a no VAR check. Goal is given and Tottenham get us underway. So we've got a big 11 minutes or so coming up here. We're up to 45 likes now, nearly halfway there. Looked like it went out of play for a throw into City, did it not? Linesman says no, and Tottenham can get a ball forward and get hold of the ball and get a throw in as well. I agree, Mixon. City now need to start pushing on. It's going to be given away. That's good work from City, although Laporte might be a bit lackadaisical there, as Kulusevski was just lurking behind. Here is Kevin De Bruyne. Phil Foden now. De Bruyne to Diaz. Laporte. Gives the ball to Joao Cancelo. Here is Aymeric Laporte once more for Manchester City. Cancelo to Sterling. Laporte now. Here's Walker. Gives it to Phil Foden. De Bruyne with a chance to cross in. It's deep. Headed clear. Only as far as Cancelo. He has 2 touches and has a shot, and it's wide. Cancelo wants to score. He can't believe it. Referee doesn't give it. Frustrated there, Cancelo. He's convinced there's a deflection. We'll get a better angle from here. Takes 2 touches. Oh, there's massive deflection. Comes off his bum. Terrible. Terrible officiating. I mean, this is top-level Premier League. This is what's meant to be the so-called 2 top 6 teams. So it should be a very, very good referee taking charge. That's a pretty simple, straightforward decision that isn't correct. Here's Eric Dyer. Oh, it's given away. Here is De Bruyne. Oh, it's a great sliding challenge. I think De Bruyne wants a handball there. It's a great sliding challenge. I think it was Bentancur it was with the tackle. And he shows too much of that to Rodri this time. And here is Rodri. Doesn't get a good pass in, and it's going to be cut off by Emerson Royale. And Romero now got De Bruyne for support. Pressing him, and he gets a throw in there for Tottenham. Does well there in the end, Romero. Good work that from De Bruyne. City fans are well up for this one. I'm hoping the players will be as well. They do seem like it. As Rodri gets a foot in. Sessegnon. Got Foden for company. Not a free kick that for me. Fans are aggravated by it. Not a free kick that for me. Deflection suits Spurs there, and they can come away with it. Ruben Dias. Oh, he gets a good clean tackle in, and it's fortunate that for City because he might have been in a bit of trouble had it not been clean. Tottenham do well to come away with the ball, though. Game's starting to become end-to-end, and it's given away by Spurs. Foden now with the ball. It's picked off by Spurs. Floppy in possession, this from Manchester City. Who's been good? Who's been bad? City look very good down the left-hand side. Cancelo and Sterling have linked up a lot better than what we did with Foden on the left-hand side, I thought. Gundogan's got the goal. He's played well for City. I don't think Rodri or Ruben Dias, two of City's most consistent performers, have been amazing in this game. And Bernardo Silva's been brilliant for City so far this season. Been pretty quiet as well. Looking for these players to really step up for City. I think Kyle Walker, since Son-Heung Min was set away to set up that early goal for Spurs, has really helped City. Rodri's just started to press a little bit more, so hopefully he can step that up in the. Hopefully he can step that up for the second half. I don't think De Bruyne has been amazing so far. But thanks for tuning in, Alex. Much appreciated. As we're now nearly halfway to our like goal. 54 likes away. Here is Kyle Walker to Bernardo Silva. Here's Rodri now to Cancelo. Here is Raheem Sterling now to De Bruyne. Is Walker to Foden. There's a round of applause going around the stadium, so I'll join in with them. This is for a lifelong Manchester City fan who has unfortunately passed away, which has been set up by his brother and his family through social media. So rest in peace to the City fan that has passed away, and my thoughts are with his family at this incredibly difficult and horrible time. But that's what the round of applause is at the moment. He's 40 years old, which is no age at all, which is why the applause was on the 40th minute. As Walker drills the ball across, knocked out with Sterling gets a shot in, and it's blocked well by Emerson, and he's gone down, and they're going to stop play. Why? He's holding his head, so it would suggest a head injury. And I'll tell you right now, if this isn't a legit head injury, let's have a look. Oh, he gets a little whack into the neck. Fair enough. I agree, Sterling's looked very lively for City so far. I think Hugo Lloris just getting a replay of the goal needs to be stronger when that ball comes in. He just lets it spill. He sees the pressure of De Bruyne, and I think he just takes his eye off it for a moment, and because it does, just falls very nicely to Ilkay Gundogan, who puts it into the back of the net. I was praising Hugo Lloris before, saying he's a fantastic goalkeeper, a World Cup winner. I do think the keeper should be doing a little bit better there. I think he'd be very disappointed with that, as City now have the ball. De Bruyne chips a ball in towards Foden. He's clattered down by Bernardo Silva. Clattered down by Eric Dyer. And Spurs can have the ball. As we're now nearly halfway to our 100 goal line. So any help towards that, ladies and gentlemen, would be much appreciated. Nothing much in that from Eric Dyer and Bernardo Silva, if I'm honest. It's just Eric Dyer's more physical, he's taller, and he's stronger than Bernardo Silva. As Walker does well, gets the ball back for City. Foden gives it to De Bruyne. De Bruyne now spreads it to the left-hand side, where City have looked so dangerous here in the first half. Here is Cancelo. So the goal scorer Gundogan. Here is Joao Cancelo. Gives it to Gundogan on the edge of the penalty area. He's pivoting around. Gives it back to Cancelo, who's hogging the touchline. Here is Raheem Sterling. Laporte now centralises it to Kyle Walker with a bit of space. Gives it to KDB on the right-hand side. He centralises it. Gives it to Laporte. There's a run of Cancelo, and it's a poor pass from Aymeric Laporte. He's put way too much power on that, and it goes harmlessly out of play for a goal kick to Tottenham Hotspur. Expecting it to be a little bit of added on time, because Spurs have been time wasting a fair bit here in the first half. We have had a couple of goals, had a couple of players go down. I'm expecting, maybe 2 or 3 minutes to be added on here rather than your normal 1 minute, but we'll see what the fourth official chooses to give. As a long ball comes forward, Harry Kane wins the header and flicks it on. City have to put pressure onto Kulusevski to get the ball back. Here's KDB now. Switches play really well onto the left-hand side. Here is Joao Cancelo. Floats the ball across towards Phil Foden. Headed clear by Sessegnon, and out of play for a throw into Manchester City. So 10 seconds to go until we go into added on time. We'll see how much the fourth official has decided to add on. Does he agree with the City fans complaining about the time wasting that Spurs have been doing? Like I said, looking for 2 or 3 minutes, I'd expect here, as Raheem Sterling now has the ball into the penalty area. Goes towards the byline, and Tottenham managed to fend it out, and I think a goal kick's given there to Tottenham in the end, as we enter the first of 2 minutes added on here. Good bit of defending that from Romero. It's not the first time I've said that either in this game. As Antonio Conte and Pep Guardiola are exchanging, I say like there's tension between them, they're just having a word with each other. Pep Guardiola can't believe what Antonio Conte, whatever he's just told him. Looked a bit shocked, with a little grin on his face. I wondered if Pep's maybe unhappy about Tottenham's time wasted and their time added on. I'm not sure. So still got another minute left here of the first half. Perhaps opportunity for one more chance. which may well be for Tottenham as they're in control of the ball. There's two players in space if Ben Davies can find them. He gives it to Romero. Here is Hojbjerg. He goes backwards to Dyer. Here's Ben Davies. There isn't as much space for Tottenham. It seems Tottenham are just happy to maybe have a little bit of possession as Kane drops deep and the offside flag is up. Will City rush the play to try and see if they can create something just before half-time? Ruben Dias does get City away nice and quickly. Here is Kevin De Bruyne. That's a great tackle from whoever that was for Tottenham Hotspur, and that's out of play for a throw into Manchester City just near the corner flag, which De Bruyne will take. Gives it to Kyle Walker. City going to have to get a wriggle on here. We've only got 19 seconds left. Cancelo's been brilliant for us so far, popping up in space. I think Sterling's been very good as well. Right, 10 seconds to go. A bit of urgency for City. So City are just going backwards, so I think the referee's just going to blow his whistle, and he will. And there you go, half-time here at the Etihad Stadium. It is Manchester City 1, Tottenham Hotspur 1. At this moment in time in the Premier League, and certainly not gone to plan for Manchester City there in the first half. I don't think City have played a bad half at all. Exclude them first 4 minutes and allowing Son-Heung Min so much space. Kyle Walker's done a very good job of actually staying back and tracking back and keeping Son relatively quiet since Spurs have scored. I think Emerson Royale playing at right wing back for Tottenham today has looked pretty lively when coming forward, and he's had a couple of opportunities to shoot, and that's, again, something that City need to make sure they're limiting. I think Kane's dropped deep really well, and he's managed to ping some passes away and hold up the ball relatively well for Tottenham in that first half. So I think Tottenham will be encouraged going into the second half that they've got enough about them to maybe create 2 or 3 opportunities and maybe look to put 1 or 2 of them away, and potentially be looking at getting all 3 points, I imagine, will be their aim right now. However, you fancy if Tottenham do get a goal that they'll be potentially taking some points away from this game. So that's what City need to make sure that they do properly in the second half, is limiting that space, not allowing Harry Kane to get them passes away and switch the play from left to right, put him under pressure, continue to keep Heung-min Son quiet, not giving Emerson Royale so much space, and continue to try and capitalise and press and push, particularly in the attacking third when Tottenham are looking to try and do their distribution. I feel like there is a mistake there. And most importantly, Manchester City need to be clinical in front of goal. I feel like that's what it comes down to a lot here, is being able to put your chances away, and that's, I think, is something City have been guilty of in this game, and why we are currently drawing this game is because we haven't been clinical in front of goal, which you'll see from when I go through the stats in just 1 second. So guys, don't forget, leave a thumbs up if you are enjoying this live watch along. We're aiming for 100 likes. We're nearly halfway to my like goal. Just 53 likes away, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Subscribe as well if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. And do go and check out today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by Surfshark. Today's video is brought to you by Surfshark. If you didn't know, Surfshark is a VPN. A VPN is a virtual private network. In a sea of video content, there are lots of websites that want to take your information without you knowing. You could swim under the radar using Surfshark VPN. You could stop websites from tracking your information and selling targeted ads to you. If that wasn't enough, Surfshark allows you to travel the world with one click of your finger. For example, if you're in the UK, you can connect to the United States of America and access their market on apps such as Disney Plus and Netflix. The same applies to other countries too. Surfshark allows you to easily access and unblock streaming platforms that allows you into content libraries from all around the world. All you need to do is pick a server, connect, and then you're good to go. Surfshark is great when you are traveling, if you're on holiday or on a business trip and you wanted to connect into your country, make use of some home comforts, then Surfshark allows you to do this. No more will I miss a football game whilst I'm on my travels. So if you want more protection and freedom online, click the link in my description, which not only gives you a mesmerizing 83% off, but also 3 months of service, which is completely free. Surfshark offers a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there are no risks. Go and surf with your own rules. The link is in my description. Thank you very much there to Surfshark for sponsoring this live watch along. Like I said, if you want to go and take advantage of 83% off as well as 3 months free, then details they're in the description, also in the live chat, or just go and use code JSGC. It'll give you access to that discount as well. So what's not to enjoy? So got the stats up for this game, and like I said, City need to be clinical. 66.6% possession for City so far, with 33.4%, sorry, for Tottenham Hotspur. In terms of duels won and aerial duels won, both dominated by City. Duels won at 57% for City, 43% for Tottenham, and 63% for aerial duels won by City and 37% for Tottenham Hotspur. More offsides for Spurs, 2 for them and 1 for Manchester City, and 3 corners for City so far, which haven't been amazing, and none for Tottenham Hotspur. Now, in terms of clinicalness, both teams have been very clinical because they've only had 1 shot on target for both teams, and they've both gone into the back of the net. However, 11 shots for City with just 1 on target is suggesting that City aren't being clinical, and they are having the opportunities and they are having the shots, they're just not putting them on target, and that's what City need to work on into the second half. If we are to go about that, would you look at changes? I mean, Riyad Mahrez is Manchester City's top goal scorer so far this season. We've got him on the bench. Get him on if he's needed to. To me, there's nothing that's been too standout from Manchester City that's been exploited. I think City have looked fairly quiet on the right-hand side of attack today. Like I said, Riyad Mahrez, he's a man that I'd potentially bring on for this game, but there we go. That's just my thoughts. Tottenham 2 shots, 1 on target as well. In terms of shots inside the box, 8 for City and 3 outside the box. Tottenham 1 shot inside the box and 1 shot outside of the box. Then other 1 shot came for Emerson. So we've actually done very well in Heung-min Min, Son and Harry Kane being kept fairly quiet. It's just the damage that they've been doing further up the field in trying to create and make things happen for Spurs. Because in actual things in front of goal for them, not much has happened. I just had watching a replay of that, and I think Ederson for that Kulusevski goal took out Heung-min Min, Son, which is funny. That would have been a penalty. In terms of defensive stats, 9 tackles apiece for both teams. City's tackle completion rate at a very impressive 68%. Tottenham's at a very decent 57%. More clearances for Spurs, 8 compared with 2 for City, but City have had more interceptions, 6 compared with 4. In terms of passes, 189 passes for Tottenham Hotspur at a pass completion rate of just under 84%, which isn't bad. City with 384 passes, so on course here for over 700 passes in total at a pass completion rate of just over 91%. Which isn't bad. Like I said, the possession-based football and the things and the passing and everything, it's not been incredible from City today, but it certainly hasn't been bad. I think the errors for City today are more earmarking towards us, not putting our shots on target and testing Hugo Lloris enough is what we need to be doing in the second half. In terms of crosses, 11 crosses by Manchester City at a cross completion rate of 27%, which is rather good for City. Tottenham with 2 crosses at a very impressive 50% cross completion rate. And in terms of discipline, 2 fouls conceded by both teams with no yellow cards and no red cards. Goals today, 4 minutes came for Dejan Kulusevski with an assist for Heung-min Min. Son. Manchester City's goal came in 33 minutes through Ilkay Gundogan from a spillage from Hugo Lloris from across from Raheem Sterling, who was put under pressure from Kevin De Bruyne. Now, I do have some half-time entertainment for you guys to enjoy, but I'm just going to go through the scores from... In fact, I'll do the half-time entertainment now, and then we'll go through the scores, so if things run over, I can carry on doing that whilst doing my live watch-along coverage. So, today's halftime entertainment for you guys is brought to you by my partner channel once more, Mixed Sid. He was continuing in January with dry themed, and today he's continuing with the halftime entertainment by bringing you the non-alcoholic Kopparberg mixed fruit review for you guys to enjoy. And if you do want to go and check out Mixed Sid's channel, that link is in the description. If you want to go and like and subscribe over there, that'd be much appreciated. And do go and check out my other channels as well. If you want to go and check them out as well, that'd be much appreciated, and like and subscribe over there. So enjoy today's halftime entertainment.
What's going on, guys? Mixed here, back again for another review video, because it's another non-alcoholic version of Kopparberg, and this time I will be reviewing Kopparberg mixed fruits, because I got this from Morrison's, and this cost me from Morrison's £1.30, so I will be comparing price, taste and design. Well, it's Kopparberg, it's pretty simple design, 7 out of 10, price £1.30. It will be cheaper if it's buying packs, because price I'd probably give it 6 out of 10. Because now to taste, does it taste like the real thing? Because I'm a big Kopparberg fan, I do love it. So I'll get my Kopparberg glass and let's put in some ice. Right, now let's open it up. Let's pour into it. With Kopparberg, it's a very sugary drink, so it's quite high in calories. So 190 calories this is. But how does it taste? Does it compare against the real thing? Can't taste much difference. It's beautiful. That's because if you like Kopparberg, you like the non-alcoholic version. I could drink this. I could certainly down this. This is 9 out of 10. I'll compare against the real thing. It's 9 out of 10 because there's not a lot of difference, and that's beautiful. If you're a big Kopparberg fan like I am, so I've done plenty of videos on Kopparberg. I've done plenty of copper cake reviews in the past, and I'm a big Kopparberg fan, and that's a 9 out of 10. So overall, it gives it a score of 22 out of 30. It gives it an overall score of 7 out of 10 overall, like that, or 7.33. But overall, 7 out of 10. Because I think that's not bad at all. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful, very refreshing. It's a nice summer's day, but certainly cheer you up on a dry January like that. But this in the summer is an absolute winner. Winner chicken dinner. That is absolutely stunning. It's beautiful. Compared to a real thing, I could certainly, because if I was going to a pub and I was driving, I'd certainly have one of these because that's beautiful. But I've been mixing. What do you guys think of the non-alcoholic version of the Kopparbergs? Because which is your favourite Kopparberg? Mine personally is probably strawberry and lime, my favourite go-to one. This is the mixed fruits version of it. But I've been mixing. This has been my non-alcoholic Kopparberg mixed fruits review. Do you agree with my scoring, or is there something you disagree with? Do let me know. Because I want feedback. I want your opinions. But I will see you guys for my next mocktail or review video. Because have a nice day. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Mixed. So it really does help the channel grow and gives it algorithm. And I really do appreciate your support. But have a nice day. And I will see you next time. Cheers.
So thank you very much there to Mixed for providing today's halftime entertainment for you guys to enjoy. Blue Shark, thanks very much for tuning in. Rodri losing possession. Rodri's not looked amazing today. He's not looked sharp enough. I'm not too sure why. Whether that's a bit of fatigue that he's feeling, I'm not sure. Could City maybe try pulling Gundogan back into defensive midfield potentially, or get Fernandinho on as a like for like? I'm not sure. Rodri's been top class for City so far this season, so when he has an off day, it's unusual. We don't know what to do. My Gaming Adventure, thanks for tuning in from Pakistan, which is, we've got India in on the room, we've got Pakistan in on the room, so thanks very much for that, much appreciated. Alex saying our attackers need to play more 1-2s, link up better instead of just one direct player, whether it's Foden or Sterling diving and being nullified. I mean, Cancelo's linked up really well with Sterling. We need to find a way. Like I said, Mahrez is the key of trying to unlock on the right-hand side, because it's kind of just been nullified at one side, but that could well come down to the fact that Kyle Walker's going to have to stay back to try and deal with the threat of Heung-min Min Son. If that's the case, then we need better link-up play. And Foden's been fairly quiet. Like I said, Mahrez and Bernardo might link up a little bit better on the right-hand side for City, along with KDB, but we'll see. We'll see. Pickle Boy, hello. Thanks very much for tuning in. As we are now past halfway to our like goal of 100 likes, ladies and gentlemen. We're now just 49 likes away from that, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Right, we're going to go through the scores from around the grounds for today. Very, very quickly, I'm going to do this at double speed as we're not too far away from kickoff here for the second half. So Premier League today, West Ham 1, Newcastle 1. These are all full times, by the way. Arsenal 2, Brentford 1, Villa 0, Watford 1, Brighton 0, Burnley 3, Palace 0, Chelsea 1, Liverpool 3, Norwich 1, Southampton 2, Everton 0, and half-time, of course, Man City 1, Tottenham 1. In the Championship, Fulham 1, Huddersfield 2, Blackburn Millwall postponed, Bristol City 2, Middlesbrough 1, Cardiff 1, Blackpool 1, Coventry 1, Barnsley 0, Derby 1, Peterborough 0, Luton 2, West Brom 0, Preston 2, Reading 3, QPR 1, Hull 1, Sheffield United 4, Swansea City 0, and Stoke 2, Birmingham 2. In League 1, Bolton 4, Wimbledon 0, Cambridge 2, Accrington Stanley 0, Charlton 0, Oxford 4, Crewe Portsmouth was postponed, Doncaster 1, Sheffield Wednesday 3, Fleetwood Lincoln was postponed, Gillingham 0, Plymouth 2, Ipswich 3, Burton 0, Shrewsbury Morecambe was also postponed, and Sunderland 1, MK Dons 2, Wycombe 5, Cheltenham 5. What a game that was down in North London as the players are just ready to come out here for the start of the second half. Pep Guardiola's giving a quick pep talk, cue the pun, for the start of the second half of the Manchester City starting 11. It doesn't look like we're making any changes as of right now. So in League 2, Northampton 3, Colchester 0, Newport 1, Mansfield 1, Carlisle 0, Swindon 3, Exeter Barrow postponed, Forest Green Rovers 0, Walsall 1, Harrogate Town Leyton Orient postponed, Hartlepool 1, Sutton 1, Oldham 2, Bradford 0, Salford City Crawley postponed, Scunthorpe 1, Rochdale 2, Stevenage 0, Bristol Rovers 4, and Tranmere Rovers 1, Port Vale 1. Is all the grounds, all the scores from the EFL today. And we'll carry on. As the players are out and ready for the second half. As the players swap sides from the first half. So it's going to see City attacking from right to left and Tottenham attacking from left to right. Tottenham going to be attacking in front of the away fans in the second half in the south stand. City going to be attacking the family stand and the north stand. As it's Bernardo Silva that's going to get us underway here for the start of the second half. As we do have kick-off here, so we'll see if City can get off to a quick start. Would be good here in the second half, as I'll continue with the scores from around the ground. So in Scotland, Hibernian 2, Ross County 0, Livingston 1, St Mirren 1, Motherwell 1, Aberdeen 1, and St Johnstone 2, Hearts Midlothian 1. Scottish Championship, Hamilton Academical 1, Morton 0, Inverness CT 1, Ayr United 2, Kilmarnock 3, Raith Rovers 0, and Queen of the South 0, Arborough 0. Scottish League 1, Cove Rangers 2, Falkirk 0, Dumbarton 1, Alloa Athletic 2, East Fife 1, Queen's Park 1, Montrose 1, Clyde 1, and Peterhead 0, Airdronians 1. In Scottish League 2, Annan Athletic 2, Edinburgh City 1, Cowdenbeath 2, Elgin City 0, Forfar 1, Kelty Hearts 0, Stirling Albion Rovers was postponed, and Stranraer 1, Stenhousemuir 1. As Kyle Walker's got the ball here for City. Here is Rodri now to Phil Foden into the penalty area. Loses his footing and Spurs can come away with the ball. Here is Heung-min Son playing at left back at the moment. Being put under pressure. As Sessegnon can get the ball cleared and can find Harry Kane's feet, and he can release Emerson Royal as his pass is intercepted really well by Cancelo. And he drives forward here for Manchester City. Has he got any support? He's got a free kick instead for Manchester City. In Spain, in La Liga, Granada 1, Villarreal 4, finished Osasuna 0, Atletico Madrid 3. Currently half-time Cadiz 1, Getafe 1, and you've got Real Madrid taking on Alaves tonight. Here is Phil Foden then for City. On the right-hand side, cross comes in, headed clear by Romero. Rodri manages to get his head onto it, and Aymeric Laporte will mop that up for Manchester City. Still inside the Tottenham half here. Into the 47th minute, Manchester City 1, Tottenham Hotspur 1, and that's a good diagonal ball. Kyle Walker hooks it back across. Could he have controlled that is the big question there, or was it just slightly beyond him, which is why he slid in? That was a great ball. Unlucky. Question is, was it perfect or just beyond Walker that he had to slide, which made the pass inaccurate as Cancelo fancies himself against Kulusevski. Tries to get a cross in, it's blocked and out of play for a corner to Manchester City, which means I can quickly get through the Bundesliga. Arminia Bielefeld 1, Union Berlin 0, finished, Augsburg 1, Freiburg 2 finished, Stuttgart 1, Bochum 1848 1 finished, Wolfsburg 1, Hoffenheim 2 finished, and it's currently Cologne 0, Frankfurt 0 in the 48th minute. Here's De Bruyne then, with the corner here for Manchester City. His cross comes in. Headed clear by Tottenham in the end and out of play for another corner here to Manchester City, which means I can get through Serie A. Sampdoria 2, Empoli 0 finish. Currently Roma 1, Verona 2 in the 77th minute. And later on you've got Salah and Tiana taking on AC Milan. As the cross comes in from Manchester City and headed down and collected by Hugo Lloris. He's going to launch it long, looking for Kulusevski. Ederson's about 40 yards out of his goal. So City need to make sure that they don't give the ball away here. There's Kevin De Bruyne playing at right back right now, gives it to Ederson. So, and he gets back into goal, so that little danger there is sorted for City. Here is Aymeric Laporte now. He's got support all across his right-hand side. He gives it to Rodri. He'll bring City forward here with one pass. Here is Bernardo Silva, like I said. Fairly quiet in the first half from Bernardo Silva. Gives it to Foden. He exchanges another pass with Bernardo here. He's going to have to turn. Heung Min Son's the man marking him. Like I said, playing left-back at the moment. De Bruyne gets a cross in. It's deflected and headed clear by Eric Dyer. Phil Foden can get it under control very well. Here's Foden now to De Bruyne. Back to Foden. Walker with the ball. Inside the Tottenham half. He centralises it to Aymeric Laporte. Gives it to Raheem Sterling as a City fans chant, come on City, to try and get the players motivated here and get a bit of smart movement for City. Can they find an opening through this Tottenham defence and take the lead for the first time in this game? Here is Phil Foden now. De Bruyne whips the ball in, headed clear by Eric Dyer. They've had an answer to everything that City have managed to near enough put in the box, other than Hugo Lloris failing to deal with Raheem Sterling's cross from before. And the poor pass from Cancelo into the path of Sterling is cut off with ease from Emerson Royale. He goes down, he wants a free kick, and the referee says no, and gives a throw into Manchester City, much to the delight of the Manchester City faithful. Here is Kyle Walker now for Manchester City. He gives the ball to Phil Foden on the right-hand side in the 50th minute. City 1, Tottenham Hotspur 1. No real opportunities of the second half so far. Here is KDB. Goes for a cross towards the back post. It's taking a deflection, and it'll be another corner to Manchester City, which means I can get through Liga 1. Finished before Lens 1, Lyon 1, and later on tonight you've got Nantes taking on PSG. In the Eredivisie, very quickly, NEC 1, Waldrick 1 finished, Willem 2 0, Ajax 0 at half-time, and AZ Alkmaar are taking on Heracles Almelo at 8 p.m. In the National League, there was quite a few games postponed. Altrincham Weymouth, Halifax Town Dover, Kingsland Town Bromley, and Yeovil, Dagenham and Redbridge were all postponed today. As Manchester City have a corner here. Referee's had a word with a couple of players about shirt pulling and pushing, and I remember Mike Dean having a bit to say about it. I mean, Aymeric Laporte's been completely grappled upon. I remember Mike Dean making a point in a game where he gave a penalty after telling the players to stop. So he gave a penalty, stop pushing and pulling each other. As the referee's now going to have words with the captains about this. It's taken over a minute for this corner to be taken. So in the National League, Chesterfield 2, Solihull Moors 3, all full times. Notts County 2, Eastleigh 0, Stockport County 1, Woking 0, Torquay 2, Barnet 2, Wealdstone 1, Wrexham 2, and it's currently Maidstone 1, Boreham Wood 0 in the 60th minute as the cross comes in towards the near post, and it's hooked back across from Ruben Dias. I don't know what happened there, but somehow it doesn't hit anything, and it comes back out of play, and Raheem Sterling now gets a cross in towards Laporte. Nearly wins the header. Here's De Bruyne picking up the pieces. Tries to get a ball across. He can't. He goes down, and good sliding challenge there from Cancelo. Puts the ball out of play for a throw-in. National League North, there's again quite a few games postponed. Fylde, Telford, Bradford, Farsley, Celtic, Chorley, Boston, Curzon, Ashton, Brackley, Guiseley, Blythe, Kettering, York, Kidderminster, Alfreton and Southport, Leamington all postponed. So finished Chester 2, Hereford 3, Gateshead 2, Spennymoor Town 1 and Gloucester 2, Darlington 2. In the National League South, before it finished Braintree 1, Hungerford Town 0, Chippenham Town 1, Eastbourne Borough 1, Dartford 2, Bath City 0, Dorking Wanderers 2, Chelmsford City 0, Dulwich Hamlet 0, St Albans City 0, Hampton and Richmond and Tunbridge Angels was postponed, Hampton Waterlooville 4, Ebbsfleet United 2, Hemel Hempstead Town 3, Concord Rangers 1, Maidstone United 2, Oxford City 1, and Slough Town 2, Welling 1. In the last ones from Portugal, it's finished Gil Vicente 2, Belenenses 0. It's currently Pacos de Ferreira 0, Vizela 1, and later on tonight you've got Victoria Guimarães taking on Arouca at 8:30 p.m. GMT, and that's all the scores from around the grounds. Only taken me an extra 8 minutes. Sorted. Right, guys, 52 likes we're on now. Which means we're 48 likes away from 100 likes, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Also, don't forget as well to subscribe if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. And also, don't forget to go and check out today's video sponsor, Surfshark. Link to that in the description and also in the live chat if you want to go and purchase that. And it does help to support the future content created here on my channel. Pickleboy, man of the match so far. I'm probably going to match what Alex has said there, and I would probably say that it would be Cancelo. Son-Heung Min's son has been set away here, but he's got Kyle Walker for company. Laporte's trying to get back, and Sutton gets a shot away and doesn't have the accuracy there. It's a shot on target, but it's a comfortable save there for Ederson. Kyle Walker loves this pace and loves keeping up with Tottenham Hotspur and Son-Heung Min Son. Do I think if Haaland signs with Puma that it's a good sign for City? Potentially. They could possibly sponsor him and pay him a little bit more. I wouldn't read too much into it if he did, though. Could work vice versa. It could just be extra money for Erling Haaland and his camp. Here is, unless Puma wanted to fund for a move for Haaland and they told Man City, sign Haaland, we want to sponsor him and make him like the main man at City, but I just don't see City agreeing to such things. That's great feet from De Bruyne. Sterling squares it across. It's beyond everybody and Spurs are going to get it clear. Just didn't work, that one. It's unlucky. Here is Cancelo. As Cancelo's told to get up and Tottenham are going to continue playing. That's a good block from De Bruyne. Gundogan's got the ball now. Not got too much support, so he gives it to Walker. Looked like he might have lined up a shot there. Here's Bernardo. He goes for a cross and there's nobody there and out of play for a goal kick to Spurs. I think Sterling might have been offside there, you know. Had that pullback been more accurate and City had scored. We'll never know. Here's Raheem Sterling for Manchester City. On the left-hand side, inside the Spurs half. A lot of the game being played inside the Spurs half, I will add. Walker pass isn't great into Rodri and he can't control it, and Spurs can come away and Kyle Walker can get his back heel onto it and City can snuff that out. As De Bruyne is under pressure from Harry Kane here. And he fends him off well and finds Ederson. I don't think he was aware that Harry Kane was there, and only get the fans shouting, man on! As at the moment, second half possession reads 90% for Manchester City and 10% for Tottenham. Which is incredible, as that passes too much on it, and I think that's going to go out of play for a throw into Spurs, and does. Pep Guardiola not happy about something, I'm not too sure what. Perhaps given an instruction at half-time that City haven't executed properly as of yet, I'm not sure. City did, for the first few minutes, seem like they were focusing some attacks down the right-hand side, but seem to have stopped doing that again and going down the left-hand side with Cancelo and Sterling as Spurs scuffed their clearance, and that'll go out. It won't go out, it'll stay in, and should be dealt with by Rodri, and is with the help of Ruben Dias before him there as well. Here is Rodri then for Manchester City, bringing the ball forward to Kevin De Bruyne. He tries with an early crossfield low pass. It's cut off by Spurs, all too easy that. Kane having to drop really deep to get involved. He gets another good crossfield passing. He looked miles offside there, Kulusevski. I don't think the flag ever went up. Oh no, it did. The referee's just playing advantage as Ederson's just rolled it out. City need to be very careful of them passes from Kane when he's dropping deep and just getting the quicker players for Spurs to manipulate City. I'm surprised they haven't gone with Lucas Moura starting in this game, just so they've got that threat on the right-hand side, because I think Moura is quicker than Kulusevski, albeit Kulusevski's got the goal. But I wouldn't be surprised to see Lucas Moura introduced in the next 10-15 minutes and looking for that attacking danger. As Cancelo had slipped and it's come away to Rodri. It was a bit of a mess that. Anyway, City in the penalty area. Sterling gets a cross in. It's not a very good cross and out of play for a goal kick. As Bernardo Silva felt like he was being grappled. I mean, not much in that with him and Sessegnon there, in my opinion. Not much in that. Not for me. Not for me, that. Here's Harry Kane. Again, looking for the crossfield pass. It's headed clear by City. And now there's space. Sessegnon to Son. This is where City need to be careful. The cross comes in. And Kane scores! City on the offside flag. And I don't think it's gone up. And Harry Kane's given Tottenham Hotspur the lead. I'm not going to change the score just yet because I'm not too sure if he's offside or not. But it's a belting ball in from Son. And it's the two danger men that I spoke about. Son and Kane. City don't deal with it. They find themselves with a bit of space, Spurs. And they punish Manchester City once more. The flag hasn't gone up. Pep Guardiola takes a drink of water. Like I said, I'm just going to wait for the replay just to see if he is offside or not. I don't think that he was. So it's Kane's crossfield pass that came in. Ruben Dias heads it back. City's defence is all over the place. Heung-min Son fancies himself having a cross, and he's perfectly onside, and it's 2-1 Tottenham. As simple as that. A good finish from Kane as well into the top corner. Good ball from Son. It's a good finish from Kane. Bad defending from Manchester City, and Tottenham lead again. Time is against City, unlike in the first half here. Here's De Bruyne. Deflected cross. Rodri. Sterling squares it across, and Bernardo Silva can't get it under control, and it's out of play. It's into the arms of Hugo Lloris. So a big 30 minutes here for Manchester City. Liverpool have won. Chelsea have won. Big games for Manchester City to deal with coming up. And we need to start sorting out. Well, we've got great form. We need to start sorting ourselves out here and showing that we've got the belief and the confidence to beat Tottenham here. Because at the moment, looking like our bogey side. Love beating us at their own stadium. We can't even score there, and then facing them at the Etihad and struggling. Like I said, it reminds me a lot of the Crystal Palace game that we lost, where it just wasn't working for City that day. The game against Southampton, where it just wasn't working that day, and this game's giving me similar vibes, where it just doesn't seem to be working at the moment. But we've got a great bench. Top goal scorer Riyad Mahrez is sat on the bench. He's in great form. I don't get why he's not started. Still on the bench. I'd be getting him odd. Anyway, here's Cancelo. Not much available for him. Tottenham have got an extra spring in the step. Here's Laporte. He's been very lackadaisical about that then. He's been put under pressure. Here's Ederson to Rodri. Ruben Dias now coming forward for City. Here's De Bruyne now to Aymeric Laporte. It's a great turn from Gundogan. It's a great tackle from Hojbjerg as well. That should be dealt with by City, and is. Right. So City need a response, I would say, in the next 10 minutes or so, really. Liverpool managed to dig really deep to beat Norwich. I would class Tottenham as a better team than Norwich, of course. But Tottenham haven't been amazing, and defensively have looked pretty frail this season. So this is where City need to capitalise. As Sterling gets a pass into Cancelo, he squares it to the near post, and Bernardo Silva tries to wrap his foot around it at the near post, and it's harmlessly wide. It doesn't seem like it's clicking at all at the moment for City. It's just get it out wide and whip balls in and hope. Just need to be a bit sharper, a bit smarter, and a bit quicker, and they haven't. And they've been punished. Because Tottenham have good players. Heung-min Son, Harry Kane, these are good players. Kulusevski took his opportunity in the first half as well. And Harry Kane's been causing City a lot of problems. Maybe he's got a point to prove about a potential transfer to Manchester City as space is opening up here for Heung-min Son, and Harry Kane should have finished the game. It's a great save from Ederson. The game should have been finished there from Tottenham, and City are coming away on the counter-attack, and that's a massive yellow card. De Bruyne pushes Hojbjerg over for his challenge there. Not happy about it at all. He goes into the book. That's a great save from Ederson. That could be a point-saving save from Ederson. That was all too easy. Tottenham just ripped through City's defence. Ripped through them. I mean, Cancelo even gave up. Kane should have scored. The quality of Kane that he's got should have scored. Sterling's going to keep that in, but he's just going to find Emerson Royale. Fernandinho's giving instructions on the byline for City. Here's Laporte now to Kyle Walker. Work here for City to do. Here is Walker now to Foden. Still Mahrez isn't on. Here's Bernardo to Cancelo. Switches play to Kyle Walker. Ruben Dias. City just probing. What have they got? Managed to get 5 against Sporting. That's a good turn from Bernardo. Here is Gundogan. He fancies a shot. And it's a brilliant save from Hugo Lloris. Makes up for his error from before. He gets a beautiful left-handed save to push that round the post. That was going in. It was a brilliant effort from Ilkay Gundogan, the man who scored City's first goal. It's a great save. I think Gundogan was ready to go and celebrate. I'm going to say incredible save from Hugo Lloris. Full stretch. Not only is it a good save in terms of full stretch, it's not in the corner. That takes some tipping round the post. It very easily could just be tipped into the back of the net, that. He needs to get his wrist and power to get palm that and push it past the post. That was a brilliant save from Hugo Lloris. Corner from City. Cleared by Tottenham once more. Here's Cancelo. Walker. Here's De Bruyne. That's a great pass. Foden squares it across. Aymeric Laporte there to mop that up, and Kane's coming forward. I think City need to start getting in some tactical fouls to stop these potential counter-attack threats, although Kane's pass isn't great to Heung-min Son, and Bernardo Silva mops that up and gives it back to Ederson, so City will have possession once more. As City bursting forward here. Here's Kyle Walker. Here's Bernardo. As Foden's going to have that tucked away from him. Walker going up against Hojbjerg. And Hojbjerg does so well. Goes down, wants a free kick and gets a cheap free kick, that. Proper bought. Mix in, what do you mean? Weird, still no subs. I don't know what you mean. As Riyad Mahrez is the man that is coming on for Manchester City, and it's Raheem Sterling that comes off. So he'll go on the right-hand side, I presume, Mahrez, and Foden will go on the left. Is that a throw into City? Yeah. So we'll see what Mahrez can do, City's top goal scorer this season. Need a bit of Mahrez magic. Get us back into it. 22 minutes to go. Even if it's just for a bit of ball control, the ball just sticks to Mahrez's feet like glue. Here's Aymeric Laporte now to Joao Cancelo. Is there much movement? Doesn't seem to be too much from City at the moment. Here is Ilkay Gundogan to Ruben Dias now. What can Mahrez do on the ball for City? 22 minutes remaining. City 1, Tottenham 2. Oh, still no subs used by City substitutions. I thought you meant subscribers. I was like, what? I don't get what you mean. Yeah, we've made a sub now. That's a good tackle that from Cancelo. Kulusevski not happy about it. And Bernardo Silva now went into the penalty area and came back out again. He gets a good pass into De Bruyne, switching it to the right-hand side as Kyle Walker's going to overlap. Gives Mahrez a little bit of space. He can centralise it to Aymeric Laporte. He's got De Bruyne on the right-hand side. He goes to Cancelo on the left. Cancelo can go to the near post and it's flicked around and Phil Foden's appealing for something, I'm not too sure what, and Lloris collects that, much to his relief. It's a good flick. And it just hits the legs of Ben Davies there. Could have gone anywhere. Not to be for City. You just get the feeling it's going to be one of them nights. Like I said, 9 times out of 10, Manchester City turn up, they do the thing, they take the lead, they win the game. Every now and then you just get these results, and these results seem to have this season be coming at the Etihad rather than away from home. That really makes sense. Tottenham playing it out at the back again. It's given away. Mahrez goes down. That'll be a free kick to City in a good crossing position. As we're now 20 minutes remaining here, ladies and gentlemen, for this game. First and foremost, can Manchester City find an equaliser? 7 points clear at the top of the Premier League reads better than 6 points with Liverpool having a game in hand and still to play City. With Liverpool already winning, I would say it's very important here that City, next 20 minutes, try and find themselves 2 goals. So, De Bruyne, set piece, comes in. Not a great ball. And it's too deep for everybody. I think there's a flick from Romero. Didn't need one. I think the Spurs defenders should have been shouting for him to leave that. Instead, he's got themselves a cheap throw-in. Which Bernardo Silva's now got control of the ball. Liverpool are the winners today if things stay the same. As De Bruyne sent with the ball across, and Bernardo at the back post just hooks it over the crossbar. I mean, Man City are still firm favourites for the Premier League title. I'm just saying that it's something that City could do without with the big games that we've got coming up. Everton away, Manchester United at home, our next 2 Premier League games. They're difficult games. City dropped some points in either of them games, and I can guarantee that Liverpool will be right on Manchester City, and considering we play them in early April as well, yeah, the Premier League title's far from done. Right, there's loads of space here for Tottenham if they can get it right. Ruben Dias does well to stick to Son-Heung Min's son like glue to ensure he doesn't get the space. Time running out here, 18 minutes to go. City 1, Tottenham 2. Don't forget, leave a thumbs up, guys, if you are enjoying the content. That'd be much appreciated. 100 likes, with 45 likes away. Any help towards that would be much appreciated. Subscribe as well if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. And do go check out today's video sponsor, Surfshark. The link and details to that, they're in the description and also in the live chat. The City's got themselves a goal kick here. Here is Ruben Dias. The Rodri. Fans are bursting, encouraging City to come forward. Here is Kyle Walker now to Rodri. Pings it across to Joao Cancelo. Where's the movement from City? Nowhere, that's the question. And then Tottenham just all of a sudden win the ball back and burst forward. City have been all over the shop. I think the gap between midfield and defence today has been far, far too big. It's given Tottenham too much space that when they've sent one or two of their wing-backs forward, which is what's caused City the problems, is why we're in the position that we're in. And here's Kulusevski now, the chance here to all but seal the game as the block comes in and Harry Kane can get it under control and he can get a shot and it's 3-1 Tottenham. Harry Kane gets a brace, it's 3-1 Tottenham and Manchester City here are up against it. It looks like it's going to be a loss for Manchester City. And we've got a week now to dwell on this as well. Almost like Harry Kane had a point to prove. Could be an offside here. Kulusevski. Could be an offside. Might not be game over yet. If this goal's given, I'd say it's game over. Although I agree with Alex. What's this sloppy rubbish? It's poor. It's a good finish from Kane at the near post. I think Ederson should do better at his near post. Hugo Lloris made a really good save, getting a strong hand to tip it round the post. I think Ederson could have done better. They are checking for a possible offside. Offside! There we go, 2-1. Doesn't count. We're still in this. We're still in this. Whoa! Right, this might just be the lift that we need. No, Kulusevski was offside in the build-up. We're still in this. Come on, City. Here's Mahrez. De Bruyne. And it's collected by Hugo Lloris very dramatically there. Oh. Perhaps the referee's not giving a free kick there. Anyway, right, City can have the ball. Here's Mahrez. Here's Walker. I want to do a commentator's curse, and I think Bernardo Silva's not had a very good game today. And I'm hoping now he's going to score a goal as Walker puts a wicked ball in, headed clear by Tottenham, and out for a corner. 15 minutes, big 15 minutes coming here for Manchester City. Here's Bernardo. Cancelo, have a shot. And he does, and it's a good save. Rebound, squared across from Rodri. Here's Mahrez. Whip the ball in, Mahrez. What is he doing? I don't know. He's headed. Oh. Oh. It was a good attempt that from Mahrez. So he gets it onto his left foot, takes 2 step overs. Looked like he was going to pull the trigger twice before he actually did, and it takes a deflection and out of play for a corner to Manchester City. De Bruyne now to take this corner, just whip the ball in. Come on! Laporte's not happy again. Ben Davies is all over him. This has been happening. I mean, there's a yellow card coming in now. For, is it Romero? Yep. Is it for protesting? I'm not sure. No, I agree. I hope this will give City the burning desire now to come forward. Anyway, corner for City. Being walked. It's a poor pass from Bernardo. There was no one there. Anyway, Cancelo gets it. That's going to be left for De Bruyne, outside of his foot. It's not a bad ball. Headed clear, though. And Tottenham got a bit of defending to do. Heung-min Son's having to sit deep. Not where they want some right now. With City on the offensive. Tails up. Mahrez crossing. Headed down by Dyer. Dyer's had a real good game for Spurs, I think. In fact, I think Spurs have had a very good game overall today. Played a really good game. Here's Mahrez. He's got 2 players to his right-hand side if he wants to use them in Gundogan and Rodri. It's not really where I want Rodri at the right winger. Here is Kyle Walker. To Mahrez. Back to Walker. Cancelo now, centre to goal. What have we got? De Bruyne. To Rodri. Bringing City forward. On the outside of the Tottenham penalty area. Mahrez crosses it in and that's too close to Lloris and he'll collect that. Lloris will just sit on that and protect it. Waste a couple more seconds here. He was a fair bit offside, Kulusevski. Lackadaisical there from him, not spotting across the line. About a yard offside. Not a great ball forward, that from Emerson Royale. He's been fairly quiet in the second half. He had a very good first half, I thought, Emerson. Not really popped up in the space. Anyway, Laporte to Cancelo now. 12 minutes remaining here. City trailing by 2-1. Could have been worse. Could have been 3-1 down. City continue with the ball. Here's Ruben Dias. So good passing to Bernardo Silva. He whips it across. Tottenham just have an answer for everything at the moment. Here's De Bruyne. Bernardo Silva's managed to peel away from his marker and get a bit of space. Here is Rodri now to Kyle Walker. Mahrez. He has a bit of space to get a cross in. Headed clear. The crosses aren't working. Tottenham have got everybody back. Be smart. Bernardo Silva can't pull it back, and Tottenham can get themselves... Oh, what's De Bruyne doing there? He just kicked it out of play there, Emerson did, for a throw into Manchester City. Just happy for Tottenham to, well, basically regroup, and then De Bruyne just stupidly just nudges him, and he goes down and gives the referee a reason to give a free kick. Stupid from Kevin, that. Fair credit to Antonio Conte. He's bringing Lucas Moura on. It's Heung-min Son that's coming off. An angry Kev. It's a ginger gene. Gives you anger. So, 10 minutes then remaining here. 10 minutes. A big 10 minutes for Manchester City. Can we salvage something from this game? Hugo Lloris is into the book now. Chuck Delap on. Physical, 6 foot tall. Get a cross in. Cause the defenders more problems than what crossing into Bernardo Silva or Phil Foden would. At this point, we may as well lose the game 3-1 as well, rather than just think, all right, let's just keep it as it is. As Tottenham, I think Harry Kane's gone down, holding his back. Referees just said, play on. Here is De Bruyne now. Who was that? I don't get what's happened. I think the referee's lost a bit of control of the game. Here's Cancelo into the penalty area. Goes deep. Walker's got it. To De Bruyne. Goes in first time. It's cleared by Dyer. Like I said, he's had a very good game, Eric Dyer has. That's good work from Cancelo. Here's Bernardo now. Come on! Here's Rodri. Gundogan. Working his way through. Tries to get a shot and just couldn't get enough on it. And Hugo Lloris picks it up. 9 minutes remaining now. Time running out for City. And Harry Kane stayed down. He's hurt his back. City fans not happy. Feel like Tottenham are time wasting. As Romero's also down, but I think his might be a bit of cramp. Harry Kane's injury doesn't look good. Felt something on his back. I think he just got clattered into on his back and he's hurt it. Challenge from Rodri, I think it was, went through onto his back. Might have been an elbow into the back. Just arms here, it's just back gone in. Put some magic spray on it in the hope that Kane will be okay. He's had a very good game for Tottenham today. Just have a look. So Emerson Royale had a good first half. Pretty quiet second half. He comes off. I think it's going to be Doherty that's going to come on. Fresh legs, like for like. It is Doherty, former Wolves man, that comes on. Irish international. Wasted another minute and a half here, Tottenham, so I hope this is all being added on. As Kane's going to come back on from his injured back. Lucas Moura gets a flick on, but mopped up by Aymeric Laporte. Here's Rodri then for Manchester City. Time running out for City, but we're still in it. Here's Mahrez. Got to keep fighting to the end and believe. This is where it's so important in the Premier League. So important when you're not playing very well. Where things haven't worked, that you can grind and get a result. Every point matters, as I was saying in the build-up to this game. We're at a point in the season where every point matters. Every team's fighting for everything. And with City not playing for a week, we drop points. That's going to give a big push and a big boost for Liverpool. I'm not really looking at Chelsea. I'm looking at Liverpool. They're the threats. Here's Rodri inside the penalty area. Twisting, turning, tries to get across. He does. It's headed clear. Ruben Dias now to Riyad Mahrez. He crosses. Headed clear by Romero. Mahrez should be able to control that. He goes down, and I think the linesman's going to give a throw-in. He goes to Manchester City instead. Here is Ruben Dias then for Manchester City. Time running out. The referee wanted to take the throw-in again from a different place. Here is De Bruyne now to Rodri. Walker. Drill it across. He does! Oh, he's flicked! Cancelo has a bit of space. Can he get something else across? Whoa. How on earth did he manage that ball across then, Cancelo? Outside of his foot, it's heading behind for a corner to Manchester City. Come on, boys. Here's Mahrez. To De Bruyne. Oh, there's too much on that from De Bruyne, and it's out of play for a goal kick. I mean, we've got a head injury, so referee's gonna... Eric Dyer's gone down. A head injury clash with his own player. More. It's frustrating for City, very frustrating. I have no idea what City are hoping for. We've only made one sub. We're 2-1 down. There's 4 minutes to go. Get a couple of attacking subs on, like you said before. Get Liam Delap on. It's not a bad shout to get John Stones on and play him a little bit further upfield for the last few minutes. Nathan Ake is actually very good in the air, and if they wanted to go down them routes, I'd go with him. There'll be a fair chunk added on here. I can see 5 or 6 minutes being added on. As Eric Dyer, I think, is back on his feet. It is. Here is Cancelo then for City. Tottenham firmly got everybody behind the ball. It's important they hold on, is what I think their sense is. And of course, opens up the possibility of it going 3-1 on the counter-attack. There's Gundogan. Rodri can't turn, and that'll be a free kick to Spurs. As Tottenham try and go quick. As Laporte's down, holding his knee, which isn't good. Oh, he's back up on his feet now. And he's just been clattered in the back by Matt Doherty, Aymeric Laporte going down there. I'm sure some people will say, why is that not a penalty to Manchester City? But it's a collision off the ball. And because he's not in contention for going for the football, it's not going to be a penalty. A bit similar to when Ederson stupidly brought down, I can't remember which player it was, but because he wasn't getting to the ball, it was classed as not interfering with play, so it counted as not a foul, the same as that. But if the ball was played to Laporte, it would be classed as a foul. Anyway, here is Walker. Ruben Dias in 2 minutes. I'm expecting it to be a sizable chunk added on. Probably looking at 5 or 6 minutes. So still a fair bit of time left in this game. But time is running out. Now is actually a very good time to score. Here's Mahrez. More of a company. Gives it to De Bruyne. Not a bad ball. Bernardo at the... Squares it across. City want a handball. They're insistent on handball. Mahrez is convinced. Guardiola's convinced of a handball. Referee says no. City continue. 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 City have got the ball. Continue playing. Walker puts a cross in. Headed clear by Dyer. Jamie Carragher's just said he thinks it's a penalty. That's a handball. That's a handball! That should have been a free kick to City. I think the referee, like I said, he's losing the plot a little bit. And that's out of play for a throw-in. Now City are going to go and surround the referee. Referee says VAR check is happening. He's telling the players, stop speaking to me. Let's have a look. Oh, it's handball. Oh, it's a massive handball. This should be a penalty to Manchester City. I mean, it's Romero. He's just gone sliding down on the ground. His arm is up. Oh, what is he doing there with his arm? Jamie Carragher thinks it's a penalty. Alex says it's such a handball. I think they're checking for an offside in the build-up to the penalty now, which tells you what you need to know about that. So I'd have to see the potential... I have to see if there's an offside in the build-up. Right, it's going to the monitor to check. So I presume... 7 minutes have been added on here, by the way. So I presume there isn't an offside in the build-up. So referee's having a look at the incident. His arm's up there. Referee's telling him, roll the footage. Roll the footage. It's handball! The referee's taking one look at this. This is going to get overturned. This is going to be a penalty for Manchester City. It's a penalty! Oh, here we go. This needs to go. This needs to go. This needs to go, ladies and gentlemen. This is pressure. And Riyad Mahrez has come on. Is he going to take this? This is a massive, massive moment. What? What's going on? Oh, I think they're asking for the red card. The Ruben Dias is going to go into the book here. He's moaning with the referee. He's asking for the second yellow card. He wants a red card. Antonio Conte is preparing a sub. Is it going to be Romero by any chance? Right, Mahrez to take. This needs to go. Come on. Come on, Riyad. Come on, Riyad. Missed 1 this season. Put 4 away. Make it 5. Come on, Riyad. Come on, Riyad. Come on. I feel the pressure for him. Now I'm just watching this. This is the big, big moment. Come on, Riyad. Put it in. Put it in. Mahrez against Lloris. Yes! Come on, Manchester City! Oh, you bet Riyad Mahrez puts that one away! You bet he does! What a finish from Riyad Mahrez! Come on! Lloris is unlucky. He does go the right way. It's just so good from Mahrez. Goes to the keeper's left. It's right into the roof of the net. It's a brilliant penalty from Riyad Mahrez. He equalises for Manchester City. Is there a winner in this game? That's the question now. Get in. Right, calm. Stay calm. Probe. Do what we was doing before. Probe. So with 4 minutes of added time left, probably going to be a minute or two after that as well, as Davinson Sanchez comes on for Ryan Sessegnon. I think they're just going to have... Tottenham are going to try and defend this out, potentially. So nothing stupid from Manchester City here. Nothing stupid. Oh, Cancelo miscontrols it. I'll play for a throw into Tottenham. Aymeric Laporte hacks it clear. Tottenham win the header. Ruben Dias gets it under control. He's under pressure from Kane, whose bad back seems to have sorted itself out. Walker with a terrible pass into space, and it's picked off by Tottenham. Tottenham will fancy they can sort something out. They can muster up an opportunity to try and take the lead for the third time. Here's Kane into a good position. He's been surrounded out by Manchester City players, so he's forced backwards. It's Tottenham looking to try and finish this game well. There's 3 players going forward. Cancelo steps forward to try and intercept. He can't. That's a great ball for Spurs, and they're into a good position here, a crossing position. And the cross comes in. Oh, he's in! Kane scored! I don't believe it. He's not offside in the build-up. We have a couple of minutes to defend. It's a good cross in. It's a good header from Kane. And City have been putting cross after cross into the box. They've got no one physical to do it. They wanted Kane in the summer. Kane can do it. Just... Speechless. Speechless. City's defence has been immense this season. Today they've been bobbins. They've been horrendous. It's probably the worst defensive performance I've seen from City in a long, long time. Spurs are in a position where they can't do anything other than cross. Firstly, why are you not closing down the cross? Why have they got so much space? It's the 95th minute. We've just equalised. As I said before, the gap between midfield and defence is just too big. Like I said, we've got to dwell on this now for a week. Cancelo. Cross, and it's collected by Lloris. There should still be a good minute or two left after this. I mean, there's 19 seconds left of the 7 minutes. I mean, if 2 goals in added on time, a VAR check, this might even be maybe 3-4 minutes still left in this game. As that's out of play for a throw into City. So we're into added time on added time now. Ederson goes long. So the referee is adding the time on, which is good. Here's KDB then. What's left in this game for City? Mahrez. That's a free kick to City. Yeah, free kick City. So crossing position here. So across, this needs to be on the money really from City. May well be the last opportunity of the game. Can they salvage anything? Walker. That's a great ball across. That's great defending from Spurs. And it's not going to go out of play. And they can hack it clear. Like I said, there still should be another minute or two left of this game. As Mahrez does well to get a throw in there for City. Like I said, the referee's added all this on. Like I said, I still think there's another minute and a half. What's left for City? Tottenham are just going to put everyone behind the ball now, which means City will have an opportunity to put something into the box, which De Bruyne is going to do, and it's looked like a handball from Lucas Moura. He hacks it clear and out of play for a throw into Manchester City. There can't be too much longer left here. Potentially the last opportunity of the game here for City. Here's Rodri then. Flicked on by Laporte. Bernardo has to get a shot. It's blocked well by Spurs. Moura can get it clear. Kane. That's a great ball from Kane. And Cancelo's going to get there ahead of Kulusevski. And there is the full-time whistle. And it's a Tottenham side that's been struggling for form. They haven't been that impressive this season. The big game players, Son-Heung Min, Son and Harry Kane, haven't really shown up for Spurs at several times this season. But here in the big game at the Etihad Stadium, they have. Like I said, the most annoying, most frustrating thing about this isn't a defeat. It's, yeah, we'll have to sit on this now for a week. We can't go out there and play every 3 to 4 days and go and rectify it. Instead, we have to now dwell on this for a week before our next game. And what it means now is Liverpool's got a game in hand that if they win that game in hand, will go 3 points behind Manchester City. So, as I've been saying for a long, long time, this Premier League title is definitely not done. But we've got big games, Everton, Manchester United. That's where the focus for me needs to be. And I'm confident if we can win both of them games, then I'm confident we've got enough about us to go on and win the Premier League. I think that Everton and Manchester United games, them 2 games away from home against Everton, followed by a home match against Manchester United, them 2 games are season-defying for City. I'll break down properly in my review video for why City have lost this game. Not being clinical in front of goal is always something I'll always look towards. I could say that City have just been crossing and not got a physical tall striker. We didn't sign one in the summer and we should have to have sorted that for us. I mean, if City go out there and spend the money and sign Harry Kane, we have Harry Kane up top to put these crosses into, and not Tottenham. That doesn't mean this result might not have happened, because it still might have, of course. But to me, defence just not on it for City. We've conceded 3 times. I mean, up until that offside, we conceded 4 times. Which, being at home, for a team that's as brilliant defensively as what we are, simply is not good enough. And as amazing as what Rodri and as amazing as what Bernardo Silva have been for Manchester City this season, I thought both of them weren't really, they both didn't look sharp enough in this game. Rodri's been such a rock at the back, and we didn't seem to have that today. And I think that's where the space was coming from. The gap between midfield to defence just seemed non-existent. And I get Walker was staying back to keep an eye on Son-Heung Min's son. Obviously, you can't allow to do things like that after 4 minutes. And I say it all the time in my preview. What's so important for Manchester City is City's ability to put pressure on teams by getting an early lead. And you would be amazed at what getting an early lead does. Tottenham got an early lead, so it immediately puts Man City on the back foot. I'll tell you right now, if City get an early lead, City go on to win this game. Because that's how Manchester City play. Tottenham had pressure on themselves in this game because they needed a win to try and get top 4 hopes, because that's what they're relying upon. And they've managed to pick up a win here, which is going to help them nowhere now towards that potential goal. They've done the double over Manchester City. And Tottenham had enough quality about them, because they're a quality team with quality attackers, to go out there and put their opportunities away, which City haven't done that today, which is what I was saying before about their being clinical in front of goal. For Manchester City, though, I felt like we weren't linking our game up well enough. We were lackadaisical at times. We weren't pressing enough. We weren't moving the ball quick enough. We weren't getting the ball into space. We weren't being smart enough with the ball. There was a lot of wayward passes. I'm sure our pass accuracy will be nice and high for this game, because we've had a lot of touches and we've had a lot of passes, but crucial stages, Tottenham were finding it all too easy when there was a wayward pass, that we came dropping deep, who I thought had a phenomenal game. I don't normally give a JSGC man of the match to an opposition player, but I am going to give it to Harry Kane, because he's bagged a brace. He could have had a hat-trick if it weren't for that offside VAR check. But his ability to drop deep and ping balls over the top with accuracy was second to none. It was absolutely brilliant from Harry Kane, and City had absolutely no answers. Now, the one thing I'm not too concerned about, and I have been concerned about when City do lose, teams replicating what Tottenham have done. There aren't many strikers that can play in that number 9 position, that can drop deep, take control of the ball, and with the right foot or left foot, be able to ping balls over the top of Manchester City's defence with accuracy, to have quick, accurate, decisive players on top of that. There aren't many teams that have that capability. I would probably say Liverpool, Chelsea, potentially Manchester United could have it about them, are capable of doing that, and Tottenham are the other team that can do that. They just haven't done it on a consistent basis, which is why they're currently sitting 4 points behind Manchester United as of right now. But for City, we're still top of the Premier League, so let's not be too disorientated. It is our 3rd loss of the season. Like I said, 9 times out of 10, we win our games. There's always going to be that 1 time out of 10, and it does seem to be coming at the Etihad. So I'm fearful with games coming up, like Manchester United, like Liverpool at home. These, like Dad says there, we can't afford another performance like this. What we need to do now is go and recover and rest, analyse, and have a look at what we can do better going forward next weekend in our match against Everton. Everton currently sitting in 16th, struggling. Do they have the quality of Tottenham, particularly in attack? No. Do they have players that are capable of dropping deep and start pinging balls over our defence? Probably not. So it's a different ball game. It's a different game, but it's still a very difficult game that we need to be completely on it to win that game. Because if we're not, then we could get stung, and that's what we need to be careful of now. Because Liverpool are breathing down our necks. I don't really want to have a look at Liverpool's fixtures, because it's still in Manchester City's hands, of course. But these next 2 games against Everton away and Manchester United at home are crucial Premier League matches. We can win both of them games. I'm confident we've got enough about us to see off Liverpool. We still have Liverpool to play at the Etihad, and that could be a season-defying, Premier League-defying game. We've got a great result at Anfield. We need to make sure we get a really good result at the Etihad. But what we need to do first, Everton away, Manchester United at home, next 2 Premier League games, 6 points, no less. Anything less, this title race, to me, wide open. As of right now, City still favourites, but that gap that's gone, what would we say, was City looking like firm favourites. I would say City are now just favourites. And I don't mean just favourites like a small amount, I mean that City have gone from being favourites and they're now just only favourites. So that's what City need to do, and they need to rectify it. And the only way for us to do that is to win our next game. Next game against Everton. Need to rectify it. That's what defies titles. We'll lose games. You're always going to lose games. You need to make sure that you respond. And that's what City need to do. We do have a difficult run of fixtures from now to the end of the season. Not going to lie, but you want to win the Premier League, got to play everybody. Everybody plays the same team, so it is what it is. Interesting. It's better to have the point. Liverpool, they play against Leeds United at home, which is their game in hand for the weekend. So they play against Leeds United at home. So if Liverpool win that game, then Liverpool will go within 3 points of Manchester City, but City play next weekend against Everton, whilst Liverpool are playing in the Carabao Cup final. Liverpool's fixtures seem quite favourable, just having a quick look at them, but it does start to get a bit difficult for them. It gets difficult because there's a little run from the middle of March through to the beginning of April for them. Arsenal away, United at home, Watford at home, Man City away, and Aston Villa away. That's a difficult run of 5 games there, so we'll see what happens. We've put ourselves in a really strong position. We need to respond to that. I thought our defence was awful. Really awful today, which is surprising because I think our defence has been immense for most of the season. And I can't think of any performance this season where I thought our defence looked terrible. I thought today they looked terrible, so that needs sorting. That's a concern for me, but I'll address that more in my review. So there we go, guys. That's been the live watch along. Like I said, I will have the review. It will be out within the hour for my opinions on this game, so do stay tuned for that. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you leave a thumbs up. We've not got to 100 likes, which is disappointing. I'm not going to lie. We're 37 likes away. Can we hit that in the post-production? Unlikely, but I hope so. But we'll see. I just want to say thank everybody for tuning in and interacting with me once more today. Thank you to everybody that's checked out today's video sponsor, Surfshark, and anyone that's purchased it. It's much appreciated. Details to that's in the description and also in the live chat. Also, don't forget as well to subscribe if you're new around here. Plenty more Manchester City content to come. Also, don't forget as well social media links there in the description below and on the yellow banner if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too, and on the yellow banner if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. And I'll see you guys again real soon for the next Manchester City live watch along, which next weekend probably won't be doing a live watch along as I'm doing some other stuff. So we'll be back again. It'll be March, actually. I think it's March 1st is our game against Peterborough in the FA Cup, so I'll see you then for the next live watch along. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well, and I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of their weekend. Peace.